Can't have fun.
Alright, I'm gonna start recording.
My hands are tied. It's fine.
Yeah, maybe when you guys laugh, it gets
That's what I mean.
The story. But
We can't have fun.
Yeah.
turn down the game. Just
Wait,
no
this is
fun.
upside down. So which way is down for less gain?
Very somber.
Is it this way? Is it getting
counterclockwise?
left?
It should be counterclockwise.
So this is counterclockwise.
Yeah.
So it's good. That's less gain.
That seems So now when I'm talking like this, it's like kind of in the middle.
Hello.
Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah, we don't want any peaks, but that's good.
Yeah, does that seem? It seems a little bit.
Just enunciate clearly, everyone.
Okay.
Oh, we should get a map, eh?
Yeah,
we don't have one yet.
Yeah.
Alright guys, well I got 2 spell slots for each level right now that are unused, so if we get in a fight I still got a bunch of spells.
Alright. To get everybody caught up. So, it is the 15th day of Damsel. We are now, although you are deep underground, beyond any ability to judge the weather on the surface world currently. It is the middle of fall, and it's a pretty cold one in Bedivere. A light misting has cracked all over, all over the boys. And the horse is not having a good time.
Oh, no.
The cavity is now starting to get quite cold.
Cavity Schwein.
We should have done
No.
3. Next time.
But deep underground, you guys, the group known as the Seven Strangers, has made their way into the Underdark, the kind of subterranean world that exists underneath the surface world, hidden, mysterious, and infamous for its dangers and strange magic, as well as the hostile denizens that live within.
Wait, it's the 16th of Damsel.
No, it's the 15th, isn't it?
16th.
Oh yeah, because you slept. You're right.
Oh yeah, so we have full hit points.
No.
No, because we got
get
into
a
a fight.
battle.
Oh.
Yeah, it is now. It is the early morning.
Plot hole.
Yeah, as you guys, where was I? Yes, so deep underground in this strange bioluminescent fungal forest, and you guys had delved down to seek out Sicario, the Triton mage who has been and Shard, whatever that means, green Shard, who has been messing around in the local area. Early in the morning, Keloth awoke to find that Sicario was passing by where you guys were sleeping with a retinue of what looks like Duragard, gray dwarvish bodyguards or kind of honor guard. Keloth alerted you guys, accidentally also alerting the guards who pursued her. However, much to everyone's shock, in the ensuing battle between you guys, the guards, and Sicario, Sun saw the mythical, mysterious, magical blade that had started your guys' quest appear before him.
And I grabbed it and I ran it through.
Yeah,
Sicario.
He spun around, grabbed it, and used it to behead Sicario, the Green Shard, much to everyone's surprise.
Yeah.
And muscles help.
Including mine.
With muscles, it was all a big help. But you guys managed to kill
With
Sicario.
what, 4 critical hits?
Yeah, 4 critical hits in a row.
Yeah, it was wild.
When that happened, the land began to shake and the ground sundered as iron spikes jutted out of cracks in the floor. The kind of forest began to bloom and wilt all at once, spores being let off everywhere, and their color transitioning from these kind of vibrant greens, blues, oranges to kind of a deeper kind of purplish. And you could hear this loud kind of rumbling cry echo across the cavernous Underdark. All of you had to make saving throws, and all of you failed.
Except Well,
No,
you didn't
Pigeon
fail.
failed.
You just went scared.
Yeah. Except for muscles.
yeah.
And you all became immediately terrified of all the creatures within your surrounding, including yourselves. Well, including the members of your party, and ran in opposite directions.
I jumped in my pigeonhole.
Yeah, you jumping into the hole. And it's because you jumped into the pigeonhole that you saw two cloaked figures, one wearing a thick yellow cloak, the other a kind of light blue armor, jump out of a planar rift and scoop up the now unconscious form of Keloth, your ally. You overheard them saying that they were going to take her to the Citadel, and then disappeared. We come back to the fungal forest as the effects of this fear spell are just starting to wear off now after about 10 minutes of running in opposite directions. You guys suddenly
Carrying a hole.
yeah, exactly. So with Dox, who was unaffected by was affected by the spell but couldn't see anyone. So yeah. As you guys suddenly come to your senses, Dawn kind of sitting up from his sleeping bag, having slept through the previous encounter.
Don't eat these mushrooms, guys.
But Dawn, you guys managed to kill Sicario, which is why you leveled up to level 5, because the rest of this arc of this adventure was meant to do at level 4 until the very end. But as a reward for killing Sicario, you guys get to continue the adventure at level 5. That being said, you'll be at level 5 for a long time now because it was the progress has shifted slightly, has skewed.
Alright,
No,
so
now the
where
fights are gonna be, there's less of us. We don't have to heal anymore.
where are we relative to each other?
You're not really sure where you are relative to each other. You guys know individually how far you've run from, in what direction you've run and for how long from the original base camp. Not going to be very difficult to navigate your way back to the base camp.
Okay.
But,
Oh, wonderful.
thank you, Mom.
Oh, I
Now the microphone just like...
Yeah. Yeah,
I
we
leave
go
his
search
body
it.
and I want to take his spell book.
Yeah. So, so you're there. By the time the spell wears off, you and Dox climb your way out of the pigeonhole. Did you meet Dox? You met Dox, yeah. Yeah, the Durgard guy that Michael freed. The pigeon.
Oh yeah.
Kind of peeking over the edge, almost like Three Stooges style. Doc's being like, Are they all gone? Is it dangerous still? He's gonna roll perception. No, it's safe. It's safe. With a big 4.
I will also perceive things.
Yeah, roll perception.
Still a -1.
How?
So 10.
Um,
I'm not proficient in it.
You kind of pull over and glance around the area. There is nobody within sight. Not even Muscles. Muscles seems to have run off as well. The body of Sicario.
Why did Muscles run away?
Who knows?
Who knows?
He asked to
Something
himself.
we don't.
Pigeon thinks to himself.
Yes.
The body of Sicario is still there, and you clamber out. There are no Durgar within sight except for Dox, obviously, who's kind of just like scarily kind of looking around. You wander over to the...
Can Dox enlarge himself too?
You should ask him.
Can you do what those big baddies did?
Dox looks at you and says, I was hiding in the hole. I didn't really see what you're talking about.
They got big.
Yeah. Yeah. All Durgar can do that. I'm not very good at it.
That would have been useful.
And you know what?
Could you have done that in your cage and broken out?
Listen. I wasn't the only Durgar they had there, and the last guy who tried it. Let's just say the body grows, but the cage doesn't.
Mush.
He says.
I
He
want him
says.
to make the sound
I
of
don't-
getting on the spider.
Yeah, exactly. He says, I don't like doing it though. It makes me feel fat. body positivity, you know.
Plus, then your hammer would be even tinier.
He goes, you know, it's really how you use it. But anyway, you go over to the body of Sicario.
I loot
Yeah, and you loot.
everything. What does
So-
it have?
Yeah, he's got a crooked, kind of spiraled
Tooth.
wand. It appears to be made out of some sort of coral, or perhaps a tusk of some underwater creature that's been carved into this wand. It's quite lovely. It's kind of a coral pink color to it. There is he's wearing wizard's robes. He has 75 gold pieces on him. All printed with, and you can see that they're Durgar gold. They've got little pictures of Durgar on them.
That's me.
He has another journal that I will now send to the group. And he also has the thing that is most covetous to you. His spellbook is on him.
Oh boy.
His spellbook contains a lot of spells if you want to start writing them down, Mike.
Oh boy.
What secrets lie within?
Now,
Hold on. I
The
need
thing
new
is-
paper. I need new paper.
yeah. The thing is, this spellbook, there is no standard method of writing down how to cast spells and how to use them. There's a general trend in different of the great wizarding schools in Logres. They tend to keep the same kind of shorthand and all that. But this isn't written in any magical diction that you understand. And so you can read the headings to these spells, but you can't. It's going to take some time and some money to decipher how to actually cast them using this book, if you understand what I'm saying.
Somewhat. I still don't understand why money is needed to learn them, but
Money is needed because you gotta spend money on the special inks and parchments required to inscribe them into a spellbook. A
I
spellbook
already
is
have some ink and paper and stuff.
you do, but you need like magically infused ink and parchment. Your spellbook is itself a magical object. Anyway, so first level spells. I think you know some of these already, but Mage Armor,
Yep.
Magic Missile. I mean, you don't really need to copy that down. It's the one that you already know, right?
I've unlearned magic missile though. So.
Unseen
Would this be
Servant.
the bonus stuff on like as well as the.
If you spent the money to learn it, it would just
Sweet.
add. Yeah. Unseen Servant.
Yep.
Disguise Self. No, I'm just gonna rip off this piece.
The ultimate bird.
Can you just take a
Hey,
picture?
Dario, where do I view
Yeah.
shared content?
Where do you what?
View shared content that you just shared with us.
I haven't shared it yet.
So you're a liar.
I said I'm going to.
Okay.
And now, would his robes have any sort of magical benefit to wearing them?
You'd look.
I mean, you can inspect them to see if they're arcane in nature.
I will.
You could
roll
impersonate
it
Sicario
As a bird.
as a bird. You can imitate his voice.
Well, I mean,
but I can learn disguise self too.
Oh.
So am I rolling?
yeah, roll Arcana. I'm gonna share the file with the D&D group.
Which would be a 14.
They do not appear to be magical in themselves. Sicario also has a component pouch which contains the components to cast all those spells that I just listed in his
Color spray. What's color spray?
Yeah, that sounds kind of neat.
Sounds
Wasn't
like
that
a
wasn't
raid.
that Paper Mario game? Color spray.
How do I attach a fucking file? Where's the attached file? Anyway, so at this time, you guys have by now kind of navigated back to the campsite. where-
Yeah, we all independent. We didn't see anything interesting running away.
I mean, roll survival.
Okay,
Yeah. Okay.
that's a 9.
You did not see anything interesting while you were there anyway.
I got a 14.
1 second. I'm just gonna send the journal right now so that I can get
What
that.
is Edvard's black tentacles?
That sounds awesome.
That does sound really cool.
Yeah, some of these names in the spells you actually recognize. Like Edvard was a notorious evil wizard from a long time ago.
Stone skin. What's stone skin?
It's like
I think-
bark skin,
yeah.
stone.
It's actually a very good spell.
Does it up my AC?
No, it makes you resistant to damage. All right, so I shared the journal
Summon
as a PDF.
greater demon.
All right, so we all head back to kind of which main camp, like the where we killed Sicario, or
Yeah, where you killed Scar.
Okay, so that's
Yeah, so you guys all wander your way back eventually. You take a little bit longer, Soong, as you're like, did I go left
Yeah.
at the giant mushroom, or did I go right at
I'm
the
coming
giant
down off of an adrenaline high
Yeah.
and also a major fear factor.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, as you guys kind of return though, you all feel like this warmth in your chest. That little bead of power that all of you gained when the sword was pulled out of the table has grown a little bit.
Oh,
He
boy.
has a spell called Cloud Kill.
Oh my god, I know exactly what we're doing.
We are killing this cloud.
As you guys return, two people are missing. Muscles seems to be gone, as well as the head of Sicario appears to be gone.
Owen
Keloth
totally took
is
the
gone.
head and ran. Or sorry,
Oh my
muscles,
God.
muscles.
Well, I'm glad to see all of you folks, but where's the rest of our troop?
Can I stress eat some mushrooms and then hand them out to people?
Sure. Why don't you roll for survival to scrounge up those mushrooms?
What? I'm in my proficient terrain.
Yeah, so you get. You get to do it on max
Fifth
death.
level.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's gonna take some time though.
Wall of
I
Light, that's what he
walked back.
cast on
I
us.
was
Or he was
walking
gonna
back.
cast on us.
Okay. All right. Roll survival to see how many you get, but you do get advantage.
Hallucinatory
because
terrain.
It's your favorite
Yeah.
terrain.
Yeah.
Summon greater demon.
Yeah, I know, right?
What
What
the
do I
heck?
add?
I have a
Survival.
spell for the
11.
lesser demon, and now
11.
greater demon.
You find 6 mushrooms.
Cool.
I already doubled it because you are in your favorite terrain.
So one each. Two for me.
All right.
Thanks for the mushrooms.
Brink arrives back in the middle of camp and just starts handing out mushrooms while just stress eating.
Alright, well.
Oh, yeah,
It's strange to see a cat eat mushrooms, but
I wanted to use Ritual Cast Identify on his robes, just to double check.
costs money.
Right. Forgot about that.
25 gold, I think.
Oh.
It's not a lot of money, but it's money.
No, it's a pearl worth at least 100 gold pieces.
Okay, 100 gold.
That's a lot of money.
But I don't have a pearl.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, you'd have to buy a pearl.
I have to go buy a couple pearls, guys.
Alright, well, let's go to the jewelers.
However, Sicario is a Triton from the sea. Why don't you just roll a d20 and we'll see if he has a pearl on him.
You know, just for safekeeping.
Oh, what was I rolling for?
Just a d20.
Just
a
That
straight.
was a 3.
no. You search him and oh no, there's no pearl.
The only
There's no
thing
pearl.
pearly are his pearly whites.
Yeah, but you can't even see him because his
Oh,
head is
that's
gone.
right, he has no teeth.
Yeah.
His pearly spine knob.
So you guys are now kind of just gathered around.
There's Pearly Brainstem.
Oh, Don, welcome back. Great to have you. Man, have we got a lot to talk about.
You can
Oh,
eat this
God.
Would it be
mushroom.
bad of me to cut
Yeah,
out
you
his
can't
heart?
eat the purple ones.
You do you.
You ate the purple ones.
I want to take his robes.
Dawn, Constitution saving throw.
Natural 20.
Yeah, this ain't your first trip, alright? And you're like, you start to take it and you start to feel a little woozy and you just kind of you enter into your inner eye and you're just like, simmer down there, bud. Simmer down. And you avoid tripping through sheer,
Of course it will.
Willpower.
yeah, not willpower, through sheer adaptation by your body.
I wanna take his robes.
Okay. They're kind of too big for you because he's a lot taller than you. But
Now,
I want them.
Sure.
I'm not gonna wear them.
Don,
Just
this
take
this now naked man
you have
see in front
a
of
pair
you.
of a set of fine robes.
I've been that guy.
This is the guy we were talking about. This was who Muscles was fighting against all this time.
How was it to
Fine
hold
wizard
the
robes?
sword?
right? Just add
It
that,
was
press the
like
button.
feeling a burst of energy run through your whole
Can I,
body.
like, find
And
this
before I knew it, I was kind of
Closes, like,
swinging it around,
custom
and
item.
his head just came
If
off.
you do find roads,
Where'd it go?
it'll be. But sure, you
That's
can
what
add.
I'm trying to figure out right now.
I don't care. They're roads.
Anyway, yeah. Then oh man, it happened all so fast afterwards. It was like the most terrified I've ever been in my entire life.
Me too.
I had to run away, and then I was running. Suddenly, I felt a little bit better. I turned back, and I was lost next to a big mushroom, and everybody else was gone.
So you ate the purple mushrooms too.
I honestly do not know. It's been all a blur.
It's a blur. Yeah. Yeah. As you guys are kind of having this conversation, the more and more iron spikes are beginning to jut out of the ground.
You have to give a frequency in seconds.
I'm gonna say in seconds. What? I can't do it in hertz.
Okay.
I'm gonna say when you used to see one every about 45 minutes or so. They're coming up like one every 15 now.
Oh boy.
So pretty frequently. Yeah, as kind of like you guys are all standing around there, Docs it's just kind of like counting. He's like, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Aren't we missing some people?
I was trying to find
Nish is
muscles.
still here. Or
Where's
Keeloth
Keeloth?
is still here, right?
No,
No.
Keeloth is not still here.
Keeloth, I don't even.
You saw Keeloth get taken. You just haven't said anything to the party yet. You're the
Does
only
my-
one who's seen it.
does my-
Keeloth got taken.
Does my key allow me to sense life
Sorry,
forces?
Captain Lilith. That's what
Yeah,
I'm-
kind of.
Where's Captain
To a certain
Lilith?
degree.
Okay.
Napping.
I wonder if I can like mind meld with the ground and sense how many people are around me.
No, you can't do that.
Okay.
You can't do that. But I mean, that's like a whole other power.
Stretch
right
out your
there.
feelings.
Yeah. Search your feelings. You know it to be true. Yeah. So and dogs.
Keeloth is gone?
Well, looks
You got taken
taken by who?
by yellow and white.
Come again?
You don't know. You do recognize one of them was yellow. The other guy was wearing a kind of light blue chainmail armor.
Wait,
And
yellow.
he was
Plain
and
black.
the second dude was a race of being you have never seen before.
Is by yellow? Do you mean that guy who stuck that sword in the table all those weeks,
I
months,
thought he
maybe
was on
ago?
our side.
Well, I mean, he didn't seem,
Those were the ones I saw.
nice,
right? Yellow and
but he
white.
didn't hurt us.
You've never seen white before, so you don't know what white looks like.
Oh.
And where's Muscles?
He didn't say.
That's the
did
other
not
question
say
I
his name
have.
at all?
No.
We just defeated his greatest
You
enemy.
remember
You'd think he would be-
Sicario mentioned something about white earlier during your battle. I don't think you were close by for that. I'm pretty sure it was.
I was
you who
right up
said-
in his face.
Yeah, you heard him say that White had told him he was allowed to kill one of you.
That's right. He threatened me.
Well, Pigeon, do you know where they went?
Poof.
A poof.
They poofed, or did they walk away?
I think
They
vanished, right?
poofed. Yeah, you heard them say. They
Poof.
said they grabbed Keeloth. They said, the guy you didn't recognize said that they were gonna bring her to the Citadel.
I'm gonna exactly replicate their conversation out loud as you're saying this.
All right. In this, it's almost as if they're standing right there saying it because Pigeon can mimic their voice exactly.
What an incredibly useful skill.
Yeah, what an incredibly useful fucking skill. But essentially, yeah. So he gives you almost this like teleplay style thing, where you hear the voice, a familiar voice, the voice of an old man, say that she presumably referring to Keeloth. She seems very powerful. We should take her for ascension. And then another voice, a kind of higher pitched, more nasally voice, say, bring her to the Citadel. And then you hear just a little pigeon just makes like a whoop, which you assume is the sound of them teleporting.
Oh my god, they've kidnapped her.
Guess we
Where's
should
the
go to the
citadel?
citadel.
Yeah, where's the citadel? Do any of us
Oh,
know anything about a
Docs.
citadel?
Docs.
Where's Docs? Docs.
Aye. You see Docs is kind of just like poking at some mushrooms over there, like they're purple. It's just like poking at some purple.
Don't eat those ones.
Okay,
you
yeah.
can have this one.
Thank
and
you.
also, where's the citadel?
The citadel.
Yeah.
There's a citadel in our city of Fraxstone. Across on the other side of this forest, there's if we pass by the forest, there's then the farmlands, and past the farmlands, there's a great ravine, and then over the other side of the ravine is our city, Fraxstone, which until I suppose 20 minutes ago was under kind of rule by Sicario.
But now we're the new king.
Well, no, there is a line of
No.
succession,
No,
but
no,
there's probably going to be a new layer.
Well, that
so
sounds like
there's that, and then inside the city there's
We should
3
bring
different districts, and
Oh.
one of them is
My
is
character
the
would-
citadel, is where
Huh.
the laird lives.
Like someone else.
Okay. My question is, what was Sicario doing out here in the middle of Mushroom Land?
Hunting us.
I don't think so. It sounded like he was doing, like, we kind of just got in his way.
No, weren't they waiting to ambush us?
Were they? Only because we made a loud noise.
Weren't they gonna turn the people over, the cannibals, into spiders?
Well,
Well, he's dead now. Maybe we should just go to the citadel.
yeah, all for the sit. Okay, let's go.
We should bring proof that he's dead.
Oh, what about our horse?
Well, it's proof that he's dead may be a little difficult given that his head's missing.
Yeah, we can't use his dental records.
Can we look?
Yeah.
Can we look for the head?
Sure, roll perception as you guys search for the head.
Didn't I see the head disappear?
No, you didn't see that. You were in the hole, cowering with dogs.
That was a 7.
Carrying a pool.
That's a
That
9.
wasn't cowardice.
13.
That wasn't cowardice.
Yeah.
Oh, natural one.
Yeah, you guys spend the next 10 minutes searching for the head, but you don't find it. At one point, Brink, you think you find the head, but no, it's just a particularly large tentacly mushroom. As you guys are kind of searching around, you do hear kind of like wildlife just around in the forest, and you kind of realize that like this forest has been safe so far.
So wait, I just want to clarify. We're not underground.
You are underground.
Okay, so we're underground.
We're in an underground
in
forest.
Mushroom Forest.
In a mushroom forest, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, you guys. So you know that kind of underground maze-like area with all the knolls.
Like the mines.
Yeah, the mines.
Okay.
Yeah. You guys
So
like.
through the mines we get into.
Yeah, you went through the mines. You explored that area. You went through the mines, and then you came to this little kind of like limestone building that was made by Docs told you was made by the Durgar a long time ago, and then it's kind of like this gatehouse to a large cavern system underneath, even deeper than the mines were.
Sweet.
Well, how far do you reckon we are from the citadel?
Oh, not too far. It's about half a day's journey through the
Oh.
rest of the forest into
That's a
the
piece of cake.
farmlands.
We just killed what I can only assume is a minor god, so let's go.
Like
It's
half
like
a day total?
Do we think
Half-
this is
half
the
a day
right
total.
citadel?
Ah, I mean, do you know any other
Have some
citadels?
special citadel somewhere.
I doubt it. How many citadels could there be?
Many.
it's conceivable that there could be multiple citadels. But
You got any better ideas?
No, we start here.
There very well might be somebody at this citadel, but it's not
They
the
might
right
have a
one.
directory of all citadels.
Listen.
That might be able to help us here. So let's just go to this citadel.
yeah, I mean the Durgar are not a helpful people by nature, and listen, I don't know if
okay,
any of you have
I can read
ever
their
been to the
minds.
Underdark before. Is this your first times?
Yeah.
Well, it's okay. It's everybody's first
Been
time
that
eventually.
underground party.
Some underground bands.
Not literally underground.
Well, let's just say it's not a very accommodating place. Our city doesn't.
How's your tourist industry?
Yeah, well, I was just about to say, we don't, there's kind of a class system going on in, for Duragar, and outsiders are not really, you're limited to one part of the city. And you don't want to be caught up in the other parts of the city because they will capture you and turn you into slaves.
So what you're saying is Sung shouldn't talk at all.
Ever,
Get-
even.
Oh.
If we're at the gate, he shouldn't talk at all. No.
I'm looking at my 0
What you're
persuasion.
telling me is that capitalism has bred racial conflict and led to slavery within this society.
That's a lot of big words. I'm a digger. My name is Doc Digger. I dig.
I think we could probably.
we can walk there for
Yeah,
now.
maybe we can get a letter of recommendation. You know, a letter of.
Yeah. Now there's one other thing. So from this side, we don't get many visitors from this side because this side there's on the other side of the city. There's one of the great lift which goes down into the real Underdark. This is kind of like you're putting your toes in the shallow end
The
here
Underdark
in
light.
this part of this is the Underdark light. Well, and most of our people visiting the city who aren't Durgar, you know, deep gnomes, drow, kobolds, goblins, that sort of thing. They come from that part of the city. Now, this part of the city leads into the gates near us, the west gates, lead into the part of the city that's strictly Durgar only. So, you know, you have to cross the ravine in order to get to the gates, and I'm not really seeing, it's not very likely that they're going to just let a bunch of weirdos and me, who got essentially sent to my death by Noel, into the city.
You know what that sounds like? It sounds like a future problem.
I agree.
Okay, alright, well, let's go through the forest then.
We can prove that we've killed their aggressive ruler, their tyrant, and we'll gain favor with the lords and noblemen of the city.
I am gonna say that's a bad idea.
Yeah, I mean, Sicario, we thought he was Illithid, right? A mind flayer. So, and
Oh, that's
they're historically the great suppressors of the Underdark. They're like kind of like dictators. So there was no love for Sicario. But let me put it this way: now that I don't know who's going to be the laird of Frashstone when we get there, and it could possibly be one person, it could be many people vying for power, and he was not without his allies in the city.
Oh, that's true. Well, let's get to the west gate and see if we can at least walk around the perimeter.
Sure. All right. I
Find a
should
crack in
also
the wall.
mention about the Citadel. I was working at the Citadel before they sent me
Yeah?
to the Knolls,
How did
digging
you-
out.
How did you get sent to your death, by the way? Just a casual question.
Well, listen, it wasn't my fault. Okay, I didn't do anything illegal. When Sicario went green, came to the city, he started making a project deep within the Citadel, excavating something. Now he hired a few diggers to dig it out.
Your family.
Sort
Oh, you
of,
mean
I
the diggers as an occupation?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Well, we're named. Our last names are our occupation. My name's Doc Digger because I'm a digger. But we're all of the same clan, right?
Oh, I see.
It's Durgar. Yeah, listen, I can't give you a history lesson right now, but because I don't know it, I'm just a digger. But it took us a few days to dig out this strange room that he wanted us to build. We put in some statues in there. Built this weird door that some of the mages kind of enchanted up a little bit. But then next thing I know, I'm being snatched out of my bed by some of the stone guards and sent to be fed by gnolls. Alright, so I think whatever we were doing in there in the Citadel, Sicario didn't really want
Witnesses.
Witnesses, exactly.
Well, good thing he's dead.
Yeah.
Let's see what we can muster over at this western wall.
Okay. All right. So we're going to, and he starts to like be like try to give direction into the forest. Somebody needs to navigate the forest. So someone's gonna have to roll survival.
I feel like I'm not proficient.
Are you
in
not good at
survival.
I'm
that?
proficient.
Yeah, Brink. Anyone would get advantage because Dox is aiding in navigating the forest, which he's been through before. But you get advantage anyway because forest is your favorite terrain.
Yeah, I've been rolling really badly though, so.
And that's about to change.
No, that's a 5. That's an 8. Survival?
Yep.
13.
13. Okay. So, yeah, you guys make your way through the mushroom forest. Let me put on
Some mushroom sounds.
There we go. That's good. You guys make your way through the mushroom forest. The spikes, which have been plaguing you guys ever since you've gone underground, seem to start to almost take over the area. You can start to see now that some small patches of the forest, there are huge mushrooms that have been knocked down by these spikes.
Drop a chip.
Encourage the
I don't wanna
incursion
use
of these spikes into this kind of zone, into this biome, and every now and then you come across patches of just spike. No.
But we know that a spike can't come out of another spike.
Yeah, we did figure that out.
My sound is too loud. Why is it not going loud? I think it's because
Right now you're adjusting the Yeti speakers.
This
not
is
yours.
yeah.
This music reminds me of the Spirit Temple music
Here we
in
go.
Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, I feel that.
It's actually from I think I got it from the Witcher soundtrack. Anyway, yeah. So you guys navigate through this mushroom forest. See every now and then as you're walking along some strange kind of creature cross your
Do
path.
we see any skewered creatures?
You do every now and then.
Oh,
So
no.
as you walk along, you see a gigantic scorpion has been kind of stabbed through by one of these
Oh.
skewers.
That could
Ah.
be me.
And it's kind of just like suspended there in the air, long dead. It's kind of buggy ooze dripping down the spike.
Who's interested in ooze here?
At one point,
No one.
you guys see a strange beetle-like, very rust orange beetle-like creature kind of scavenging its way through the forest, and Dox kind of puts up a hand for a second to say, "Oh no, don't want to be messing with one of those. Not very dangerous for us monsters, but they murder on the gear." And you kind of let it go. It doesn't seem highly hostile, so it kind of just goes along its way. Eventually, you guys get to a kind of cliff where the mushroom forest ends. It's not a very high cliff. It's like 20 feet or so, and you guys
Easy
get
jump.
kind of this view of the rest of the cavern. You can actually see the walls of the cavern in the distance, and they kind of the walls kind of wrap around from the sides and leave a large opening towards the east, northeast. You can see a river is winding its way out of. Sorry, a river is winding its way in the distance, kind of through this opening. And you can kind of start to hear the sounds of rushing water.
Of Russian water.
Yeah. Russian water.
That's what I said, Russian water.
Yep.
Vodka.
In the really at the edge of your perception, you can start to see farmland in this kind of next cavern, which opens up, which is kind of adjoined to this.
A friendly
larger
farm.
river. Yeah.
Who knew you could farm underground?
That's true.
Lots of mushrooms.
Didn't know there was an underground farming scene.
Yeah. Doc says, yeah, that's our farms.
What do you grow here besides mushrooms?
More mushrooms. Yeah, we farm almost exclusively mushrooms. Every now and then we go hunting in the forest.
For mushrooms?
But the trogs, the troglodytes tend to eat anything that moves. So it's we're mostly vegetarians.
Hmm.
Fish, eat a lot of fish.
That's true. That's true. That's ironic. Fish was ruling over you. But,
He stops for a second and thinks, oh yeah.
well, do we want to go to this farmland? What do we think? Are we feeling pretty safe here?
Well, don't we have to cross it to get to the citadel?
Could,
Yeah.
but- yeah, we could do that. But do you think we should be on our guard? What do you think? Angry farmers, a mob, village people?
Well-
Durgar wouldn't like us.
Yeah, the Durgar, they're not big fans, really, of outsiders. Now, I do have a cousin that lives on the farms.
Yeah, let's talk to them.
That would provide us shelter, and but I try to keep to ourselves until we reach his farm, not draw any too much attention.
I trust your judgment.
No.
Thanks, he says. All right, so you proceed down the cliff, kind of walking past this river, and you can see that the river runs into the farmland and is spread out in an irrigation system of canals to irrigate the farms. How do you wish to proceed?
Do we want to go upstream or downstream to the farms? Because remember there was that waterfall that we saw way back.
Yeah, we don't want to go down the
You don't want to go one? Okay. Oh, I was just throwing out our options.
Oh, I think I got rid of my feather falling spell.
Oh, I have a bunk fall.
Okay, wait, it's going. The water's
Doesn't
going
help any of us.
towards the citadel?
Yeah,
Are there boats? Would it be faster?
That's true.
there you don't see any boats.
How
You
wide
don't
is
have
this
boats.
stream? Is this like a Nile wide or like a?
I would say it's not huge.
Like if I fell horizontally over it, would
It's
I?
like the Rideau Canal.
Okay.
The Rideau Canal. Okay, that's pretty wide. That can fit 2 boats side by side.
Oh yeah. But I don't
Okay.
mean like it's not like the Ottawa River.
I
It's
see.
like the Rideau Canal.
Okay.
So it's man-made.
It's the part that you guys are at is natural, but you can see
Okay.
that it becomes man-made later on.
Well, we could definitely swim across this, but I just wonder if we want to go straight to the citadel or go upstream and see where this water originated from.
I would like to find Keeloff, please.
No, let's go. Let's
Okay.
go.
What
downstairs.
time of day do we think it is?
It's pretty. It's still
Mushroom
it's still the
cloud.
morning.
I don't want to kill a Keeloff spider.
That's true. Yeah, we should probably.
I mean, if she turns into
Man,
a
I would
spider,
feel so
probably
much better
best to
if
have her
Muscles
die.
were here. He usually made the tough decisions.
Let's go downstream.
You're gonna need to elect a new leader. All right, you guys begin proceeding downstream. As you make your way along the river, you can get a better view of the farms. Now there are Durgar out farming in the fields currently because they're farmers and they get up earlier than you.
The waking up bonus.
Unappreciated job. The forest, the kind of mushroom forest, is kind of weirdly mirrored in these Durgar farms, in that it becomes structured in the mushroom. There's still a mushroom forest element to their farms because they're farming all sorts of sizes. Some of them are these huge mushrooms that you've just walked through yourselves, but it's very regimented and strict. Each farmland seems to be identical in size and kind of just like square formation.
An area.
An area, exactly. Each field only grows one color of mushroom. And the mushrooms are organized in like Martha Stewart levels of OCD, kind of like very strict, neat rows.
Well, we should probably not walk
It looks
straight
like you've actually kind of wandered into the suburbia of farms. Like the Durgar do one thing and they do it very well, and it's identical.
Things that are identical.
This is very impressive.
I'm worried that we'll start to walk through some of this and have angry Durgar farmers chastise us.
Yeah, well, as you guys are going down, You can see that if you proceed through the farmland following the river, that you're definitely gonna be seen by farmers.
Well, do we want to stealth this, or do we want to just act unassuming, like pull our hoods up over our heads and just kind of walk like monks?
I will be stealthing.
I would like to stealth.
Stealth?
Sorry,
Is
we
anyone
decided on
gonna-
going up to the.
Is it
the
weird for
thing,
people
right?
to walk along the stream?
Are you asking Docs?
Yes.
He says, "Oh, it's no, but normally it's only Duraga that are in this part of the cavern. So
What if we act as your prisoners, Docs, and you take us back as accomplices of Sicario,
No.
and they take us to the highest court, and it's there we stage our insurrection.
And they punish us. We get sent to prison and we die there.
he says, I mean, I could try. I'm not a great liar, but I'll do my best."
I don't like
And he
it.
Okay,
says,
well, I was throwing out a
Let's
suggestion.
go with stealth.
Yeah, he
All right.
says, you know, there's been a lot of odd folk coming around lately from, gnolls and some of the strange humans and people that Sicario has been ferrying around. So maybe we could go unnoticed, but we'll see.
Well, I'm not. I feel like if we stealth it, then they know we're trying to hide.
Yeah.
Whereas if we just walk unassumingly, they could be like, "Oh well."
Yeah,
Who
but
showed
we're
up?
also going into the lair of the other shard people that stole our friend and potentially took
But
it.
they didn't see us, did they? They
They
just saw
didn't
some
see us.
crazy guy.
I think they know who we are.
They seem more interested in Kilo. Is all I'm saying.
Well, you should read the journal if you haven't already, because
Yeah, can someone read the journal out loud for the mic?
I can do that.
Why do you use such tiny font?
I tried to make it bigger this time.
That journal says fast medium pizza.
Actually,
Oh,
We want
technically
pizza?
the journal is written in
ate.
primordial.
I already ate.
I don't think anybody speaks primordial, but
I do.
Do you?
Yep. I added it as one of my extra languages.
All right, then you read it, buddy.
All right. Let's take a look. See here.
Oh, that's the last page, so you want this page.
All of this? Oh my god. Yellow has confirmed its success. The news should bring me happiness, but all the same, I feel uneasy. There's something it hasn't told us. Perhaps something that went wrong. My sleep has been disturbed as of late, and I awaken out of breath, feeling as though I've escaped from some unknown assailant. In these moments of waiting, I think of Yellow, though the connection fades as I come to my senses. What could it be hiding? The capture of the Duragar fortress begins tomorrow, and the gnolls are hungry. I'm gonna skip ahead a couple days.
no,
No.
there's important
Yeah,
stuff.
on every day,
Yeah.
Why don't
The
you
giraffe.
zoom in? You can zoom in to make it easier to read.
the gnolls proved ultimately unnecessary, but the Duragar met our army across the Great Canyon. They're layered out front. Upon meeting the laird, mistook me for an Illithid, one of the great subjugators of this land. Oh, how Cyan would have laughed. The Duragar terror was palpable, and it did not take much theatrics to orchestrate their surrender. The gnolls were disappointed, but were satiated when given the royal family. The leader of the Stone Guard, the Laird's royal protectors, is a man named Rig Zaron, whose loyalty seems to be easily surpassed by his fear of the Illithid. I put him in charge of city affairs while I begin searching for the final soft spot. My dreams are still troubling. Yellow and Cyan traveled back to the Citadel to view my progress and exchange information. It seems that my pursuing knight has joined forces with a half dozen of the Cursed. Cyan tells me that their group is powerful and their casualties should remain at a minimum. When I asked Yellow if it recognized the group, they remained unusually silent. They will send Calabar to watch them. The Cursed have killed Zoc and are headed to Bilsh Point. I've fed the leader of the final trials to Bloodhook. They will think twice before failing me again. We began digging out the area of the soft spot in the heart of the Citadel. A great door would be made here. Who knows what will come forth? I am twitching with excitement. Calabar spotted a Rift Walker join the Cursed and lead them to the soft spot in Bilsha Point. Though the Guardian was powerful, they managed to banish it at the door. I confronted them through Calaban, my penchant for drama overcoming my good sense. The room is all but done, and I've disposed of the workmen. Few now know of the room, fewer still of its purpose. I gathered some of the final trials to act as anchors in my absence. Oh, here we are, 14th the damsel, 2 days ago. So much has come to a head in such little time. The door I conjured was vast and great, and the demon which exited greater and more horrifying than I could have ever imagined. Its power immense, as it took all my concentration to contain it within the room. Unlike Zok, it has resisted all my attempts to acquire its name. As such, my control over it is small, and I'm sure it would eat me and everybody else if I were to get them loose. Not even I would be able to stop it. With its appearance came a sundering of the ground, and a large rusted spike burst from the cracks in the stone. It had already begun changing the room to its natural environment, and I have no doubt that its influence will create all the sorcerers we need. I write this in the middle of the night, not knowing if it is the next day. The creature in the secret room has come to me in my dreams, whispering in my ear, answering the questions that have been plaguing me. The identity of my nightmare assailant, a creature of black, a man all of us believed under our control, Cass. Could Yellow have been so foolish? I doubt sleep will come again. I am so alone in the dark. That's it. That's all I wrote.
So are we the cursed?
I think so. We were definitely felt cursed. When I picked up that sword way back,
I felt
I felt something that
stronger.
looked like a curse, or felt like a curse. Alright, so how we're stealthing now?
All right, you take that brief interlude for Sun to read you the journal, and then you continue along your way.
Oh yeah.
Damn it.
26, unnatural.
Dox is going to turn invisible.
I rolled an 8.
But you're supposed to be
I
good.
rolled a 2.
I also rolled a
16.
All right.
Okay, well I'm at 10.
I am the most stealthy at 26.
So, what, 26?
Yeah.
It's insane.
I know. 18 plus 6.
That's 24.
Oh wait. Where's my stealth?
Bottom. Stealth is here, plus 6.
Oh, so 24, yeah.
Yeah. You guys proceed along your way, following the river between the farms. It's difficult to stay hidden following near the river. Dox is largely successful being invisible, and soon manages to stay pretty low to the ground, as well as does Dawn. However, as you guys are making your journeys through, you can see that several of the farmers seem to have spotted our tabaxi friend,
Act casual.
our tabaxi friend, and the pigeon.
Yeah,
As you were kind of making your way along.
two least conspicuous members.
Yeah, yeah. Although you tense up for a moment, thinking like, oh, is there going to be conflict here? They don't seem the farmers don't engage you, but you do feel many eyes upon you.
Corn.
And as you travel, because they've spotted.
That's ears, never mind.
They've spotted and are tracking, kind of, with their eyes, Pigeon and Brink, spotting, despite your high stealth rolls, seeing as you guys are traveling in a group, you gather that they probably notice Sung and Dawn as well.
Well,
By the time you're about halfway in kind of the farmland area, you can just the hairs on the back of your neck are sticking up as you can feel dozens of eyes kind of tracking your movement.
I think they saw us.
Yeah, Doc says, yep, I think they do. My cousin's farm is just around the way. Should we go over there or lie low?
Just act casual. We'll sleep in the haystacks.
What time of day is it?
It's like almost midday.
And how far is it to the Citadel?
Sorry. So it's half a day's travel to the Citadel, and you guys have been traveling for almost half a day now. So you're fairly close.
Well, we could go and see, and then go see your cousin if we need a moment.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I don't really want to go back into the Duragar city as I am a wanted felon. I think that if you guys proceed past to the gates, I'll be staying here at my cousin's farm, where I can kind of just slip in amongst the farmers.
Sounds very reasonable.
I agree.
What would Muscles say?
You guys are kind of having this conversation just like in the middle. It doesn't really make a difference now. You've been spotted.
Yeah.
So you're kind of just like standing there by the water, by some farms, kind of just having this
Well,
conversation.
would your cousin know things that could help us?
Like what sort of things? Do you need to grow some mushrooms?
We need to
He's great with fertilizer.
get through the citadel,
I mean,
or at least inside, right?
Yeah.
he doesn't get to the city very much.
It's not a country boy.
Well, then I think we should go to the gates.
All right.
Now, as I was trying to say before, when we get to the gates, there's a drawbridge to traverse the ravine, right? I mean, it's going to be up, because it's always up. There's, I don't know how we're going to get them to bring it down.
Is there a way around?
There used to be another bridge that could be lowered from this side of the ravine, but it's on the other side of the troglodyte village. So,
Who are these troglodytes?
horrible, mean cave beasties. Like,
Yeah?
Yeah, like lizard, fish, and
Well, we
amphibian.
know a fish, and he was pretty nice.
It's true, but these are not very
Meaner
nice.
than the Durga.
Dumber than the Durga.
Well, that
for
should be
sure.
easy then. How do you feel about lizard folks instead of angry smart people?
I thought you said they were bug people.
No, they're like lizard amphibian things.
Oh.
So like a water snake.
More like a
I guess
salamander or something.
Those could be neat.
So there's a lizard door that's dumb but farther, or a dwarf door that's closed.
Yes.
I'm voting lizard. Muscles would vote
Yes.
lizard too.
Also,
Wait, I have a question.
yes.
What make them open the door?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's one
I
pizza.
mean,
What if say we, and I whisper this part.
Look at me.
What if we set fire to the fields?
Oh boy, nope. I'm done with fields and fire.
Yeah, I don't want to set someone on fire. What do you want to
I mean, if we set fire to the fields, well, can we not set
We
fire
want-
to my cousin's field?
Yeah, no.
If that's all,
Like pineapple.
like,
And
I'm
it's
not
just very
a criminal. I don't want to. My people will starve. They'll starve.
Yeah,
Frank.
no, I don't want to set fire to any more fields.
pepperoni sausage?
I just need them to open the door.
Well, they open the door to farmers. Obviously, if we could all disguise ourselves as farmers, maybe. But you're clearly not farmers.
I'm a cat.
You're a cat, exactly. Or if some sort of
Why don't
pers-
we bribe them?
yeah,
Well,
maybe you could try. The thing about now, here's the issue, which I don't think
The Durga have
everybody's
all the gold they need.
really getting. In a society, our castles are our leaders are normally despots, right? They're kings, queens. They rule by military might, right? And in a society where the military can turn invisible at any time, there's a real sense that you're always being watched. And normally you are, right?
So we should go for lizards.
Yep, lizards. Muscles would agree.
Yeah.
We could go for the lizards, yeah. We might have to fight our way through, but we'll definitely be able to lower the door. Also, Brink, if you remember our potential deal, our old Durgar tomb
Oh yeah.
is actually, well, the troglodytes built their village around the tomb. So there's definitely treasures plenty down there. If you were
That could be
interested in maybe making a trade for that rock you got.
Frank, I can't advise giving the rock until we're sure there's a tomb with things in it.
Well, I don't want to give him the rock.
Well, you don't have to. I'm just saying that
It's
if
very
you wanted
nice.
my help into the tomb to plunder and stuff like that, I'm going to. I don't want to go to the tomb, but I'll. In exchange for that rock, I might be willing to guide you to the Troglodyte village. Otherwise, sorry, but I'm going to be dropping off here at my cousin's place.
What do we think? Do we want Dudagar's help? Do we want Dox's help, or do we want to trade this ore for Dox, or do
How
we?
far is it?
It's back through the forest the way we came,
Oh,
and then north.
is he lying?
You'll be able to tell when you reach their hunting grounds. It's barren.
So, do you want to go back where we came?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, we escorted you home, Dox.
Wait, sorry, we're not going to the place?
So
Too dangerous.
There's the dwarf door that we don't really have a way of lowering.
Do you want to get fought by a bunch of invisible people?
And then
No, me neither.
and then there's the lizard door, which are dumber, and we're able to open the door that's farther away.
All right.
And
Well,
that's what we're doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
There-
he'll only
I-
come if we trade with him.
do we know if Dox was lying about where the?
Roll for insight.
He said he was a terrible liar.
He did say he was.
That might have been a lie.
So 15.
What are you trying? You lying about what?
He said north, and you'll know it because it's barren. So I wanted to make sure north. How did he inflect on the word north and like you're gonna walk north for? a
Yeah,
while?
you're kind of watching Docs very closely.
Yeah.
Like, is he trying to pull a fast one? You're pretty insightful. You know people pretty well,
Yeah.
and he didn't seem to be trying to lead you astray.
Okay. Just seems odd that we'd have to walk all the way back. But I guess that's what we're doing, eh?
Okay.
All right, he says.
Fine.
Doc says, "All right, I'll be heading. I can't thank you enough for freeing me, little hallucination bird. If you need a safe place to stay the night sometime, and you're near the farms, you could always come.
Oh, actually, do we want to rest here for a while?
It's midday.
It's midday.
Oh, that's right.
But then again, it's also hard to tell what really time of day it is, since
I
there's
can
no,
sleep with mushrooms.
there's no cycle.
Yeah.
So for the same price, we can get an extra dish, or like an extra pizza. So it's either $15.99 for the one pizza, or there's a coupon for getting 2 pizzas for the same price, or like the cheesy garlic fingers, or like a chicken
This is an
dish,
interview,
wings
by
or
the way.
boneless
Rocks-
chicken.
Rocks from
You've been listening
Sorry?
to
Garlic
The
fingers.
Seven
Garlic
Strangers
fingers?
with your DM, Dario.
Oh yes.
We now return to the action.
All right. Well,
I agree.
yeah. I guess it's a little too early to sleep, but well, I'll take note of like the door number, like street name, door
Yeah.
number, address.
Yeah,
And,
sure.
really
Doc,
like a dog.
Doc shakes all your hands and he gives
Forgetting
back
an
the
extra
hand axe that one of you guys
oh,
had given him.
yeah.
Oh, that was me.
Yeah, he gives it back and he says, "Thank you very much."
Well, you're
We
welcome,
kinda-
Doc.
Gives a
I'm-
little.
I'm sure this isn't the last we'll be seeing of each other. So.
Oh well, no offense, but I hope it is. And he scurries
Wow.
away.
That was a little rude. So I guess we gotta head north. Hey, anybody got a compass, or is that just kind of back the way we came?
No, I think.
Okay, orders in.
Yeah, I don't have a compass, but it feels like we'll just turn on our heels and.
Do a quick cool 180.
Yep.
Actually,
we decided not to take a rest.
well, it's midday. I don't know. Nobody
We got
else wanted to
tired.
feel like a rest.
I don't want my spells anymore.
You can take a short rest.
Can we do a short rest? I would get
Is that-
all
is
my
that okay?
spells.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
I would get almost all the necessary spells back I need if we do a short rest.
All right. Well, let's take a quick short rest. Let's hold up in the barn or whatever.
You want it? So wait, Doc scurries off and you're like, actually, and you like follow behind him.
Well,
Yeah.
Pigeon says that.
Sure. You guys kind of follow behind Doc. It's like, I thought, what do you not? Is this? Okay, you know that when you like say goodbye to someone and you're heading the same way, it's kind of awkward for a moment. Eventually, you get to this little farm. He says, "Here, why don't you go into the bar and I'll say hello to my cousin and make sure he's. Well, you know what? He doesn't need to know you're here. Just stay in the bar and then close up when you leave. All right?
All right.
Says and he gives a little nod of farewell, and you guys kind of clamber into this barn. There's no livestock in this barn. It seems to be just farming supplies. But you guys can find like a big kind of pile of mushroom hay, the mushroom equivalent of hay, kind of like stringy morel mushrooms. And kind of it's soft and you bend
Shredded
it.
mushroom.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's almost like memory foam mattress, really. You guys can
fancy.
spend the 1 hour required for a short rest.
All right.
You can heal yourself using any hit dice that you have, so on and so forth. Don obviously doesn't need healing since he didn't fight in the
Took
last.
some mushrooms and passed out.
Sure. Yeah.
So I can use something called recover, then it resets maximum HP changes during my short rest.
Yeah, that's fine.
What is that? Is that like?
If you get affected by a spell that reduces your number of maximum hit points, it sometimes is undone on a short rest.
So I do.
So it doesn't bring you to max health?
No, it doesn't make it.
So I roll 2d10.
If you want.
It says 2d10 plus 2.
So
Well, sorry, 1.
you remember when we talked about how
Yeah.
hit dice worked before? Yeah.
Yeah.
You can if you want. Yeah, you do what you want.
I took a short rest, got back to full health.
Yep.
And I recover, is it still just 2 or is it 3 spell slots now?
I think it's rounded down, so I'm pretty sure it's still 2. But I can look it up just to check.
I would appreciate that.
Yeah. So, can someone pass me the players? All right. Yeah, you guys bed down in the farm, just kind of taking a quick little break.
Can I take my silver key out
Sure.
while we're sitting?
Sure. You take out your silver key.
Does it seem to be pointing in a direction?
It is pointing in a direction. It is pointing towards the east.
Is that towards the citadel?
It's the direction you guys have been traveling in towards the citadel.
Okay.
Round it up. Round it up.
Woo woo! So that's 3?
Yep.
Nice. Oh, my spell slot's back. Woo woo! We can fight some people.
All right. So you guys eventually, at the end of your short rest, kind of gather yourselves out of the barn, close it down, and turn right around and continue back through the forest.
way we get came.
Sure. Yep. As you guys are traveling, you can see now that you're getting more looks from the farmers.
It's probably good we didn't stay here. Too.
Kind of quizzical, eyeing you guys. Michael, don't do it.
Just wanted to get some ASMR dice sounds.
For Elsa. Right.
As you guys are kind of making your way down, you maneuver your way past a farmer who's kind of standing on the edge of his field.
That's never good.
Yeah, he kind of gives a little like farmer spit to the side, tilts
We
his.
could have tried to re-stealth.
Yeah,
Oh,
tilts his
whatever.
hat. He says, "So, what brings you down these parts, strangers?"
I'm gonna.
Kind of just like shouting from his, from where he's standing in the field. What brings you to these?
How far away is he?
I mean, you're kind of walking along the river, and I would say he's shouting distance 20 feet or
Well,
so.
do we know what language he's speaking? Like, is he speaking?
Undercommon.
So
So
I
you
speak that.
recognize it, yeah. You can understand what he's saying.
He's asking us what we're doing. What do I want to say?
Tell him there's 2 gold pieces to forget this.
No, I
ever
don't tell
happened.
him we can give him money.
No.
We're looking for a friend.
We're just passing through.
You see, he kind of gives a little squint. Not many visitors passing through the farmland, especially not coming their way in and then coming their way right back out.
Not.
Roll deception.
Are we? Are we
Where is
deceiving?
it? Darn, it's gonna be a straight roll, guys. 12.
All right. He says, yeah, you can see that he's like kind of suspicious. You haven't done anything to
No.
alleviate his suspicion.
Well, Not too many farmers asking questions instead of farming now.
Alright, you stay safe there,
You
traveler.
too. You too, farmer.
Yeah, you guys proceed on, but you watch as the farmer kind of watches you for a little bit, and then walks out of his field down the riverway.
The
I
way
don't
we
think
came
that
from?
guy was a real
Yeah.
farmer.
Down towards, presumably the citadel.
What? You don't think he was a real farmer?
No.
Should we take him out?
Well, I
Do
mean,
we want to
He's
take
gone
out
now.
this guy? No.
He's gone now.
He gave us a cautionary glance and
I could cast detect thoughts on him.
he's pretty far away now. You guys continue along the river without incident. You eventually get to the cliff once again that leads to the mushroom forest. Who wants to navigate their way through the forest?
I have good passive perception, but you're the best.
Or did you want to follow the river up? Also upriver.
I always liked following the river up.
No, you can follow the river.
Is it going the right way?
Yeah, it is going north, right?
I mean, it goes into the woods.
Does
So-
it go north?
You can follow it until it stops heading.
Is it going the way the key's pointing towards?
The key is at the Citadel. We're
no,
gonna
the
try to head
opposite way that the key pointing, in fact.
So wait, how does this door lead to the Citadel?
Because it's a little race of salamanders who used to
It's a
have an old
circle.
door.
It
Yeah.
comes around.
Yes, yeah. So you guys are now heading west, essentially, back into the forest. So you haven't started going north yet, but you can see that if there's
The
nowhere
river goes
north
north.
to go yet. No, the river still goes west.
Oh.
So far.
Okay, well, let's go. Yeah, let's follow the river until we hit a place to go north.
All right. You guys follow along the river until eventually kind of pushing your way. You don't need to roll to navigate through a river, following a river. Eventually,
That's why I wanna follow the river.
making your way to.
Oh, should I stop following the river by accident?
Oh no!
That's the plot of Blair Witch Project.
Yeah.
Eventually, making your way to a rather kind of wondrous little sight to a lot of you guys. There is a bioluminescent pond. Lake, really. Bioluminescent lake that seems to be the source to this river. You can looking deep in the lake, you can see that there's like little glowing orbs kind of swimming around in the lake, almost like a dancing lights cantrip. As you take a moment to look, kind of observe deeper into the water and kind of really pay attention, you can see that it's actually fish, bioluminescent fish, that seem to be swimming around in this lake.
Do I know these fish? Like, do I know if they're carnivorous, if they're...
Why don't you roll for nature?
Okay. That's a 22.
They appear to be octopus, actually, now that you look at them. And they don't look really...
Threat level?
Threat level minimal.
Okay. I'm feeling pretty stinky. I haven't bathed in a while.
However, as you are looking down into the water, kind of trying to observe these octopus, you can actually see a glimmer of something metallic at the bottom of the lake as well.
Okay, well, how do we want to bathe? Or do we want to just keep going?
Can I push him in?
Yeah, sure.
Ah!
Roll athletics.
I suck at
Well,
athletics.
yeah. I mean, you're not. Are you paying attention? No, you're not
I
leaning
was
right
looking,
over.
I was looking really intently
Why
at
don't
these
you roll
octopi.
athletics, and your athletics has to beat his AC,
Okay.
or actually a 10.
How about I
because-
make a saving throw? That does not work.
Okay, so Brink goes to come push you into the water, and as she comes to push in, you kind of just like step out of the way, and Brink like, oh, and then splunges into the water herself.
Oh no,
accidentally.
Bugs Bunny style.
Yeah, Bugs Bunny style. You go to push Sung into the water, but end up like kind of tripping as he steps out of the way just at the right time, and you fall into water. You are one wet cat.
Brink!
Catch an
Oh,
octopus?
it's ready already.
Sure, you can breathe underwater. So, yeah, you dive down. The octopus aren't really scared of you because they don't really recognize what you are until you grab one and then it starts like twisting around your arm and you're like, it kind of freaks you out for a second because you have the octopus and you're like sinking your claws in and the octopus is like winding its tentacles around you and you like swim up and you're like got this octopus kind of clinging to your arm and you're just like kind of bashing it against the ground like die.
Don't hurt the fish.
Eventually, you kill the octopus
Oh,
and you have
no.
an octopus.
This kills the octopus.
Yeah,
Dinner.
it's the
God. Why did you have to do that, Brink?
Yeah, you
It
want
tastes
to get out and
Is it tasty?
I'll drive it.
Yeah,
the,
sure.
the
Yeah,
exact
it's
halfway
tasty.
point of the session.
You look at as she bites
Yeah.
down on the octopus. She's like, it's
Oh,
great.
I didn't
and,
need to see that.
And there's
Oh.
her tongue has turned bioluminescent blue.
I look
Brink.
at my own tongue.
Yep.
Okay, you said I saw something metallic there. Was it like a small metallic thing, or was it like the whole floor was metallic?
Why don't you roll perception at disadvantage?
Okay, that's true. There are a lot of ripples in the waves. So that is a where's perception up here? That's a 12.
So what was your question exactly?
You said I saw something metallic at the bottom. Was it like metallic in a small area or metallic in a large area?
No, a small area definitely.
Oh,
there seems
okay.
to be some metal thing down there.
Okay, so it was like
on
an object,
yeah,
not just
an
a
object
coating.
on the bottom of the.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try and gently touch it.
Sure.
How far is the bottom?
You gotta swim down. But
Oh yeah. How far does it look?
It doesn't look very far. It doesn't look super
Do you want
deep.
me to go? Because I can go underwater.
Yeah. Do you see it though? Does she see it?
You can point it out to her.
Hey, Brink. See that? Sorry. Swallow your octopus.
The tentacles.
Oh, that was a gross sound. Brink. Sorry. That was distracting. Do you see this little metallic thing at the bottom there?
Do you want me to go look?
Yeah. Do you mind?
Yeah. I splash in immediately.
All right, sploosh, you dive in. You wave down.
I wave to the other octopus.
Sure, and they now know to fear you. And they swim away. You swim down to the bottom of the lake. It's not a very deep dive. It's like the bottom of the lake.
I'm gonna use the opportunity to also wash myself.
Sure. Yeah. So you start to clean yourself. You guys have been sleeping in caves for a long time. You come to what looks like the corpse of the long dead corpse of a drowned Duragar.
Oh.
The metallic object that you can see is his warhammer, which his skeleton is still clutching. The shine coming from the light of the octopus kind of shining against the metal of this hammer.
What do you do?
I want it.
Sure. You grab it, you kind of rip it out of the hands of the skeleton kind of falls apart a little bit, but you have a warhammer. You swim back up to the top, you sploosh out, you have this warhammer. Now, it was a bit of an optical illusion because the warhammer is pretty heavily rusted, and it was the light of the octopus that was shining off it that made it look like it was shiny. It's definitely still functional, but it looks like if you had a particularly unlucky strike, it could break.
Okay, well, I'm sure when we find Muscles again, he'd appreciate a brand new Warhammer. Well, new, but you know, new as in he hasn't seen it before.
Well, we could clean it.
Yeah, we could try. I think I'll strap it to my back for now. It's no quarterstaff, but it's basically a quarterstaff with a rock on top. So
Yeah, it is not a quarterstaff. You strap it to your back. You have a warhammer. You can have.
So I'm gonna take like a good scenic look, like you know when you get to the cottage and you're looking out at the lake.
Yeah.
Like what else?
You're bathing right now, so have you?
Oh, that's true.
What are
Well,
you wearing? What are you wearing?
nothing. I am
Yeah.
completely
Yeah, so
naked.
just a nude,
Yeah, just
nude, like,
nude look.
observing. Yeah. Soon,
Super
surprisingly
colors.
less hairy than you would think. Surprisingly less hairy. Particularly coming from a cat's point of view. Yeah.
Don't you
Why
get
don't you roll perception for me, buddy?
Okay, that's what I'll do. This plus this, that's a 19.
Yep. So you just kind of look around the pond area here.
Noodly.
The lake area, noodly. It's not a very big lake by any
Okay.
means. You're actually surprised that such a large canal could be
Yeah.
coming from this kind of
There's gotta be a source
small
somewhere.
small lake. However, yeah, so you think, oh, there must be a source somewhere, and you can see that kind of following along the edge of the lake, there is water pouring out of a hole in the cavern wall. You guys have actually, this lake stretches right up to the northern cavern wall, and you can see the source is somewhere within the rock.
So it's like a 5-minute walk.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Well, while the drunk and the bird are bird bathing and drunk bathing, let's. You want to take a quick look over there?
Sure.
I think that's neat. Maybe we could find something in this tunnel of water.
Sure. So you guys head over to this tunnel of water. There is no way to get into the tunnel without completely submerging.
Yeah,
So-
it's like we'd be like the cork in the.
Yeah, it's definitely big enough to fit one of you.
Oh.
And the water is coming out pretty fast, so you'd have to be. It'd be difficult to swim through it, but possible. But definitely someone who cannot breathe underwater would not fare well.
Yeah, Brink, I was gonna go in, but this looks like it might be out of my league. How do you feel about getting wet again? At this point, I put on clothes.
Okay. Much to your party's
Yeah.
approval.
No.
That's a no, eh?
No.
There could be
You
some
have
neat
to get
treasure.
me snacks.
Okay. Like I'll get snacks.
Okay.
Do you like mushrooms?
As you guys are kind of standing there, looking at the entrance, you can actually see that a bioluminescent fish plops out of the opening.
A snack.
With lightning
Yeah.
quick monk reflexes, almost like snatching an arrow out of the air. Just grab a fish. Oh, a fish. It's actually not an octopus. It's a fish. It's a bioluminescent fish.
Ooh.
Yeah, hand it to Brink.
A Pescus illumitaris.
And in I go.
Yeah. All right, Brink. It's difficult to swim against the current, but you do manage to get in. You swim in and begin kind of treading water, frantic, like overhand, underhand. You
cave
swim
walls.
for about 2 minutes. The entryway, the kind of source opens up for a moment into a very low underwater, a very small underwater cavern. And there's about a foot of air up top, so you splash out, breathe, catch a breath for a moment. Although you can breathe underwater.
I'm fine.
But you kind of step up and you can see easier outside of
Yeah.
underwater. Your dark vision switching on. It seems that this you've stumbled upon a. Here, I'll make a little secret sound.
Ah.
You found a
You've beaten my
long
water trap.
underwater tunnel that seems to be feeding this lake from presumably a larger water source further down.
What do you do?
I'd like to keep going.
Sure. You continue walking for about 5 minutes before you realize that this tunnel extends for quite a while, and it's difficult. It's difficult terrain for you because you're walking
Water.
through like chest deep water. Yeah.
Yeah. Then I'd like to. Do I know what direction the tunnel's going in?
Do you take out your key? You
Why
can
don't-
figure out the direction with
It's
the key.
yeah, true.
Yeah.
You could.
Yeah.
All right, you take out your key. Your key is pointing off towards your right.
So you know what
towards
points
the
east.
the one of the walls of the tunnel.
Yeah. Well, it points towards the city.
So if it's pointing
Huh.
right, that means north is in front of you, which is the way we want to go.
Huh. Weird. Okay, I let myself float back.
Okay.
Just
After about 7 minutes or so, Brink just smooshes out.
oh, prank! Thought you were a very large fish. What did you see back there?
It's just a tunnel.
Just a tunnel,
Just a
eh?
very long tunnel that goes north.
Wow, that is where we want to go.
I'm also going to give you both a point of inspiration for doing a lot of in-character dialogue, which I like.
Well, I don't suppose all of us will be able to fit through it, but that's interesting.
Oh.
Let's make a mental note. If we see any large bodies of water and we need to make a quick getaway, we can plunge into these things and let the current take us.
I forgot you couldn't breathe underwater.
No, it's
I
a-
was gonna say we should all go down the tunnel, but
Yeah.
that would make you dead.
It
Well,
would.
the tunnel does open up to a part where eventually someone could breathe. Now you'd have to be you are
It's the-
holding your
those
breath,
initial
so
2
you don't know.
minutes.
Yeah, so you're not totally sure if someone would be able to hold their breath, but it seems like it's not outside of the realm of
It
possibility.
would probably just hurt a little bit. Or we have a gauntlet that helps us swim.
It requires attunement.
I have.
Okay, wait.
Well, so
Wait.
it's just me then, and Pigeon.
Wait, can I go back through?
Sure.
Okay, wait, but I want you to time me this time.
1, 2. It'll be a little inaccurate.
Sure. Yeah, you swim.
I try my best to count.
What are you doing
I
exactly?
just want to get to the first breathing spot.
Okay, you get to the first breathing spot.
Can I look around to see if there's anything I've missed from last time?
Yeah, roll perception at disadvantage because it's total darkness.
7,
Yeah.
8, 9, 10, 11,
So that's
12.
4.
13. You don't actually have to count.
Okay.
Yeah, 9.
Yeah, there's nothing. It's too dark to really see very well, and you didn't bring a source of light that could survive getting wet.
But I have dark vision.
Oh, I thought that was
I have
pizza.
dark vision.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Okay.
It's
But
not
in
what I
total
was
darkness,
expecting it to be,
Yeah,
but
it's
okay.
dim light to you.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
and then I just lift myself back through the hole.
Swim back.
That
How
scares
long
me
is that?
every time.
Yeah.
How long was that?
By my count, that was
Roughly 3 minutes.
roughly 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't think I can hold my breath for 3 whole minutes. I tried practicing while you were in there. I got to maybe like.
Well, that includes her looking around in the cavern and also floating back.
If I tried practicing just sitting there in a comfortable position holding my breath, what was my
What's your constitution modifier?
1?
I can hold my breath pretty long.
You
I
feel
think.
like you could hold it for about 1.5 to 2 minutes.
My best was 2 minutes and I got winded.
Wait, why do you need to hold your breath anyways?
Oh, hey, you're back from your baths.
We
Yeah.
found a tunnel.
Don't you have your thing that lets you breathe underwater?
Yeah, but we're thinking about maybe
All
using
of
it as
us.
a transport, but that might be a no.
Because it heads north, which is useful.
But soon would die.
And we heard
we
a
could-
mental
we could get
magical
everyone
sound.
across. He has his gauntlet. He can guide people through carrying the coal, and then he comes back with the coal, gives it to someone else. Next person
The
goes.
coal?
The coal.
Coal requires attunement.
You have to be attuned.
Oh.
That's what I mean, yeah.
Mm.
So it's only basically you and me, Pigeon, who can't go through this without hurting ourselves a little bit.
But it's really just a very, very
can breathe
long,
underwater?
very, very straight tunnel. I don't know. Yeah, just very long, very straight, very dark.
What if I took
But
one
how long does it take to get across?
about 2 minutes to go through the part where you can't breathe?
I have a +2 to Constitution, so I have
Okay, so
3
it's
minutes of
just me. What if I take a gourd and I scoop it full of air and then I kind of use that as like an empty gourd?
use gourds.
I would give you.
Plus 30 seconds?
No, 3.
It's a gourd full of air.
Yeah, if you had a gourd full of air, I would allow you to reset your suffocation time when you start suffocating.
But what if he helps you? Because he can blast forward with his gauntlet too.
That's true. What? Yeah, how fast was that anyway?
30 feet.
You went 30 feet in a second?
30 feet in 6 seconds. You can go 30 feet
Jeez.
in 6 seconds with that.
Well, if I hold on to your hand, will you guide me through?
That'll weigh him down.
Oh.
But it would probably still be faster than his regular.
Yeah, it'd
speed,
probably be
so-
faster.
Well, I mean, we
You know
don't
what? I haven't done anything stupid in a while.
We don't really know where the tunnel goes, though, when we know we need to
Why
get
would-
to the lizards.
No, why don't we just continue the way we're supposed to?
Because this tunnel played a fun sound when we discovered it.
Oh, you have.
Yes!
Well, it was a secret tunnel. You discovered the secret tunnel.
But there was nothing in it. I looked.
Okay. I like
There's
secret
no
tunnels.
end to it, no like.
No, it went on forever.
It went on for a
Secret
while, but it went north.
tunnel. Secret tunnel. Okay, continue. Sorry.
I think if we followed it, we just end up outside, maybe.
Why don't you follow it all the way?
Because it'll
But
take
it's
a while.
very, very, very long.
You can
Very
breathe
long.
underwater.
Incredibly long.
So can he. You guys can both go explore.
Well, it's only 2 minutes of underwater, and then you get to chest high water, so you can breathe again.
And then it's
Oh.
still, like, I couldn't see the end of it. It just seemed to go on forever and ever and ever.
Yeah, let's keep walking above.
Okay.
Okay.
For
I
muscles.
don't know. I like the idea of this secret tunnel.
I did too, but without muscles here to give us a voice, give me a voice of reason, I'm unsure about everything again.
I want to go in.
Into the tunnel? Okay. You.
Well, now we're walking away, so I'm looking.
Yeah,
behind
so as you guys walk
Where'd he go?
away, Pigeon, you just hear a squawk as Pigeon dives in. Do you take off your clothes first? Or?
Alright, yeah, let's go.
How is bird nudity seen in these two?
I was nude for a while. Nobody
Yeah.
asked any questions.
Yeah, Boots was like, I want to search the. I want to.
Well, I was having a bath, and then I thought, hey, I might as well know what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
So I stood up and started looking around.
But he, but he specified specifically he didn't get dressed yet.
No, I'm still in the water.
All right. So you dive into the tunnel. It's difficult to swim through. How long do you want to try to swim forward?
I have 3 minutes of breathing,
Yep.
and I've been told that 2 minutes there's waist high water that I can then breathe in.
Sure. That's what you've been told.
That's what you've been told.
I'll go a minute
Okay.
and then see what my surroundings are like.
Sure. You swim. It's very difficult to swim because you're swimming against
But
the current.
dancing lights as well. I cast dancing.
Okay, you cast dancing lights. You swim for about a minute against the current. It's difficult to make progress, and so you feel if you were a better swimmer, it'd probably take much less time. But as the swimmer you are swimming against the current, you swim for about 2 minutes. You get this kind of sense of claustrophobia as you're still kind of wedged into this tunnel, and just kind of darkness all around you.
What do you do?
I keep swimming.
All right. How long do you want to swim for?
Well, you said I've been swimming in 2 minutes now?
No, 1 minute.
Oh, wow, it's just 2 minutes.
You'll swim till it's been 2 minutes? Yeah. You
I'll
swim.
swim another minute.
Sure, you swim for another minute. Just as you're starting to panic a little bit, you look up and you can see that the water seems to end. And you.
Seems to end.
Yeah.
It ends.
Okay, I'll try and stand up.
Yeah. You stand up and you breach the surface. Get a big breath. It'd be
Because
so
I
funny
was
if I was
really
like,
worried
it's
if it-
actually
and
now
hallucinate-
salt water.
That's what
Yeah.
I was gonna say. It could be that, and I would be like, oh shit.
Yeah, and Brink just wouldn't know because she can breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's
hilarious.
exactly what I was
Oh
thinking.
my
That's why
God.
I think you're being coy about it.
Well, at this point, I'm gonna assume do this and be like, all right.
Pigeon's been gone for 2 minutes now.
What?
And you're like, Pigeon can only hold his breath for 3 minutes.
Like 30 seconds after he goes, I'm like, all right, well, fuck, I guess we'll take the tunnel, and I'm just gonna dive right in.
All right, sure, you dive in. You actually pass Pigeon as you're going because you can swim much faster than
But how close is this tunnel? Can two people?
Yeah, it's not really actually. So as you
You
like
just
Pigeon-
punch him out of the way. Like,
Yeah, you actually
push
you
him
kind
into
of
the-
like rub up against him as you go through, kind of get wedged past. Yeah, at one point
I
while
get
you're swimming,
startled.
this like big fish swims right past you, but then you see it's Dawn as he kind of like jets forward
I
Aquaman
wipe the
style.
sweat off my brow as I'm underwater.
Yeah. All right, you guys are kind of standing on the edge.
Back
And you're like, well, what now?
I don't know what to do anymore. I guess.
I still think it would be good if you helped him. Because if you could increase his speed, he wouldn't drown as fast.
Yeah, all right, I'll go back.
Okay. You make your way back. Pigeon, you just kind of chill in the water. Eventually, after about 3 minutes or so, well, more like 2.5.
I want to
Dawn
try and perceive
splooshes
things,
out,
by the way.
almost like triumphantly, like.
Oh my god. Will this ever end?
All right.
So,
I want to perceive as hard as I can around me.
So Don, how
Alright,
was
roll
that?
perception.
Do you feel like you'd be able to help a person who can't swim very well?
Disadvantage, also.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Why?
Yeah?
You
Alright.
have your dim light. Yeah, and you have dark vision? No, then disadvantage.
5.
You.
Oh wait, no, I guess I can't.
Yeah, you do not see anything.
Are there
Right.
walls around me though, or is it just like an open?
So it's like a tunnel. It's like a long tunnel. So there are walls. And the cavern is the ceiling of the cavern is about 6 feet tall, and there's about 5 feet of water. So you're treading water, maybe standing on the tips of your tippy toes right now, right? It's dark. You're the only light source being the dim light of your dancing lights, which don't allow you to really see very well. Every now and then you can see the little bloop of light of a bioluminescent fish going past you.
Those all look pretty scary from the bioluminescent.
Yeah, what are you guys doing?
I was looking at bioluminescent fish.
Okay.
Well,
No, I mean, what are you doing?
I think
Oh.
Don and I are going, and then Brink is gonna pick up the rear.
Okay, so Dawn is gonna tow you.
I assume, is that what we're doing here? A towing situation?
Yeah.
Alright.
All right.
Oh,
I mean,
wait,
worst case,
so-
we just come back.
so
It's
we're all
downstream,
going to
anyways.
the
We'll be faster back.
Alright, let's go through this tunnel of death and sadness.
All right. Dawn tows you through the tunnel. You hold your breath for a minute and a half. At one point, like at a minute 45, you're like tapping Dawn, like Dawn,
Let's go.
Dawn, and Dawn, you know, you're like we're like seconds away, and
Okay.
you just like crest as you take like a huge breath, like.
Let's never do that
You're like, I gotta stop smoking.
again.
Brink, you swim up with no issue as you can breathe underwater. As like your ember actually adapts your body to the surrounding. So when you dive into the water, little tiny cat gills form on your neck.
gills.
Would she be affected by stinking cloud and stuff like that?
She wouldn't. She wouldn't. No.
It's useful to know.
It depends on the spell,
God.
actually, because some spells
Yeah.
do not require. She can breathe in stinking cloud, and some spells say even if they do not breathe.
Water cat. Water
This
cat.
is good. I'm glad that worked. That was terrifying.
Yep.
Oh god.
You guys are in this tunnel.
See, it's dark and it's long and it's north.
I think we keep going.
Well, I mean, as long as it's north, that's where we're
I
heading.
don't
anyway.
think I should be the first one to go again.
Now you
Okay.
can't. You pretty much got to be. You can do two abreast in this.
Yeah.
tunnel.
Why don't?
So what's your marching order for this tunnel?
I definitely think Brink. I think you should go first here. You got cat gills. That's something nobody else got. And
Well, I think the two of you guys should go first.
yeah.
I think
Oh,
one
you
should be
can
in the
scout
front,
ahead.
one should
Also,
be
Don,
right?
do you like warhammers?
No.
No.
Okay.
Okay, never mind.
You can see that Songa has a warhammer strapped to his back that he
Never
didn't have
mind.
before. All
I
right.
found. I found.
I
well,
found it.
Brink
Is it
found
Owen's?
No.
It's
Whoa.
ours.
I don't think so. Did it look like muscles?
It's ours now.
That's true. I never asked if it was muscle skeleton you saw down there. It was definitely
No,
not.
it was clearly a Durago.
Okay.
Oh, we should go give it a dox.
The skeleton. Oh, the hammer.
Hammer.
I was like, we
Yeah,
found
we
we
found
found your
relatives.
cousin. Yeah. All right.
Well, I'll keep it on my back for now.
Okay. Water cat.
Yep.
Water cat. Water
So,
cat.
how long is it open to air?
Beyond your sight.
Okay. Well, we should all just go
Yeah,
ahead.
let's just keep on walking.
You,
then.
you should maybe scout ahead.
Yeah.
Is it?
No, I can do that.
All right. You guys continue for another good 20 minutes or so.
Ooh, I'm getting tired.
Yeah. Every now and then, we're going to.
A fish.
Every now and then, the little bubble of air that you guys get to stops, and there's kind of a stone wall, and you can feel that the tunnel continues underwater. And one of your party members who can breathe underwater goes and proceeds. And it's never the chunks are never more than
That's
20
like,
seconds, 30 seconds.
That's like the Lust Cave.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like that. So every now and then you got to spend 20 seconds, 30 seconds underwater, and it's freaky
This is
for you who
traumatizing,
can't.
yeah.
But you
Not
get
as bad
there.
as a mine.
I would prefer minecart over this.
Yeah.
Very much.
Every now and then, also, like, you see the bioluminescence of fish kind of lazily swimming along. It seems that they inhabit this environment as well. This is kind of part of their ecosystem.
That's very beautiful.
As you guys are traveling along, why don't we have the people in the lead roll perception at disadvantage?
Even though I've got dancing lights and they
Dim-
have dark vision.
Yeah, dim light. Okay, actually, sorry. Brink can roll straight, but Don has to roll at disadvantage.
To roll again.
9.
No?
What am I checking? Perception?
Perception.
14.
Alright. You guys, Don, you don't really notice. You're kind of paying attention to, like, oh, is this next section up ahead? Does it go down again? It's kind of hard to tell. And as a human, it's difficult for you to see. Brink, you can see quite well in this environment with the dim light of dancing lights. You see a large school of bioluminescent fish swim past you, and they kind of bump into your legs as you're going along. Some of them give you just like a little, you know, at the cottage when you stick your feet in and like a catfish nips your toe. It kind of feels like that, but like it's a lot. If you'd stuck your hand down, you'd be able to catch a big handful of these fish. It's like this big school.
What do you mean if?
Okay. Yeah. You stick your hand out and they just swim right in. It's like putting a basket in a.
It's like that Heritage Minute. About,
Exactly.
Jack
Full of
Cups
cod,
or
right?
Samuel de
You
Champlain.
just pull it right up. It's like this is remarkable for you for two reasons. Because these are beasts, obviously, and you're an expert in beasts. One, this is a much larger school than you would expect to see in this tunnel, and so it leads you to believe that further along there's a larger source that this was open to soon. Because a school this size requires a bigger environment.
Big school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does she note anything about it being a catfish?
No, it's just a normal.
Would
Okay.
I also think that they're perhaps running away from something?
You do think that, as
Um.
you also look out and you can see that the water is starting to get turbid in front of you guys.
What does turbid mean?
It means it's like bubbling and swirled up.
Stop walking.
Everyone roll initiative.
Oh.
Yeah. I like this tunnel.
I hate this
Oh,
tunnel.
this sucks.
Brain's never going into another tunnel ever again.
Okay,
Brink, you got a lot of free fish in this tunnel, okay?
that's true.
Yeah. I'm snacking. I'm not happy
And
about it.
Okay, so
let's
somebody
mark,
get out the
yeah.
markers.
Let's grab some markers here.
I'm gonna put the.
Oh yeah, it's okay. I've had enough for right now.
What color are we feeling? We got some black.
Blue.
I'm gonna put my
We
plate
got these
somewhere
guys.
else.
Let's get blue.
Can I get a marker for the board?
Yeah, that one.
All right. 20 to 25.
Nope.
15 to 20.
I got
1 second,
15.
I also got.
I need to check. Why is this wet?
Oh,
Oh, it's the humidity
condescension
from you.
pizza. Condescension.
Condescension.
What a judgy
take my
pizza.
die?
Yeah.
You guys are seriously playing Dungeons and Dragons on a Sunday night. Don't need that in my life.
All right.
You're like drinking the last couple nights, now you're eating a pizza. Take care of your body, Will.
So we both rolled 15. So
I rolled an 8.
Oh.
Second.
I
That's a
rolled
3.
nothing. It was on the side. Okay,
Where's your mini suit?
15.
No, right here.
Did you roll for monsters yet?
I have. I just gotta check what it is. Yeah. So 17 is the highest one, and then 9 and 5. I actually don't have a mini for this, unfortunately, but that's okay.
We can use this chip that Michael dropped on the ground.
Well, I'll just see what seems.
What are they? What am I writing?
7 and
Just
5.
put fish.
Good. Descriptive word.
Okay, Jesus fish one.
Meowie. Fishy. Pidgey. That's a Pokemon.
Yeah.
Uh,
I rolled what you said? 19, 17,
17, yeah. And then 9 and 5.
I had a 10.
I had 12.
I'm just gonna use these spider tokens because I have a lot of them.
What is that? That's not Damny?
Danny. I'm Don.
Gone.
Okay.
So you said 12?
Wouldn't it be Donnie?
Donnie, it would be Donnie.
Yeah, but it's Danny this time.
Alright, 9 and...
So 10 and then 9. So 10 for me.
So you are.
Soon.
Sonny.
Singer. Ah, like the sewing machine.
9 and 7, you said?
Can you use a marker and mark 1, 2, these 1, 2, 3?
You can do it on top.
Spiderfish.
Yeah, just mark like a little one. Yeah. Well, why don't you just do 2 lines for 2?
No.
I feel like that'd be easier to recognize.
Fishbert.
Fishy, Fishbird, and Fish.
I like Fishbert.
Okay, so...
Although I shouldn't have.
Brink, as you are standing there, you can see the water get turbid and bubbles start to bubble up from underneath.
Bad
You can
bubbles.
see
bubbling.
you can see the water in front of you start to become completely bioluminescent as the blood of
Oh no.
other fish is being spilt in that area.
It's pretty metal.
Yeah. It's like blood in the water, but it's bioluminescent blood.
That's pretty. It's like an oil
you can
spill.
see in this kind of cloud of water underneath, it does you the benefit of lighting up kind of the area, and you can see a swarm of tiny fish with large gnashing jaws and tiny sharp teeth swimming the way towards you. You've discovered cave piranhas.
I thought they were only eating fruits.
Yeah.
Cave
All this time.
piranhas. Cave piranhas.
Okay, number 1
What
is going
on earth are cave piranhas?
He's gonna swim straight, and I guess he's gonna
Maureen,
follow the
you eat
current,
the
so he's
fish?
gonna run into
This fish
actually
is
Brink instead of
Oh
Dawn.
no.
Now these are a swarm, so they can occupy the same space as another player. So they are on your space, Brink. As you kind of you feel as these fish begin to swarm around you and start biting at your legs.
Ow.
That's going to be a 12, sorry, to hit.
No.
All right.
So these are not 3 individual fish, they're 3 swarms of fish?
Yeah, 3 swarms of
How do
fish.
we?
How big are they?
Are you at maximum hit points right now?
Yeah.
Okay. It just makes a difference for these creatures. All right, so these fish start to swarm around you and try to bite at your legs, and you are taking your short sword and kind of just like stabbing into the water around. You manage to keep them at bay as they try to swarm into you. That is the end of the first swarm's turn. It is now Pigeon. Pigeon, you can hear echoing down the hallway, Brig crying out, "Cave piranhas! Cave piranhas!" And you can see this kind of like bioluminescent stain in the water rushing towar's you.
Can I see the ones over here?
No, that's way too far.
Did I ever study cave piranhas?
No,
Okay.
because you hunt monsters, not beasts.
Fair.
But you can see they're kind of you can see the ones swarming around Brink. Also, everybody is at half movement except for the fish and Dawn,
Okay.
because you're chest high in water.
So I can only move 3 squares.
Yes.
Okay, well then, how would flanking work with these things?
You can't flank them essentially.
Okay, so
Because
They're
there's
I
too
will
many.
move
everywhere.
in
Yeah,
closer
there's too many.
You
here.
come from orbit. It's the only way to be sure.
I'll come in a little closer.
All right, you hear splashing as Pigeon like rushes up to try to help you.
And-
Pigeon, are you gonna be? You sure that's a good idea?
Is there a way for me to attack it without hurting, like the swarm without hurting Brink? Like if I use my dagger?
Yeah, that should be alright.
Frank, stand very still.
Then yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, roll a hit.
Well, hold on. Now, would I be able to see these things from here, now that I'm a little bit closer?
You can see the. You don't have.
There's blood in the water.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, so you can kind of see the swarms of fish. Not very well, but you can see them.
Okay, then in that case, I am going to cast Fireball and launch it at
Oh,
this.
I don't know if
Or actually,
They're underwater, so
Yeah.
Can you freeze the water
That's
where
what I
they
was gonna
are?
say.
yeah, I'm actually going to use Ice
bolt.
Knife
Ice. Oh, ice
at
knife.
level 2.
okay. Roll the hit.
I hope you know what you're doing.
It's a 10.
10 unfortunately does not hit. As you kind of send your big.
10 is not.
Can I use luck?
Yeah,
I
sure.
still have a couple, I believe. Let me just check how many I have. So.
Yeah, you should have used it before I told you if it hit, but
Well,
I said it a little fast.
You did, yeah.
Yeah,
all
this
right,
was
well,
a
yes, I have 2
DM's
luck
fault
left. I'm
situation.
gonna use one of them.
What was your DM's fault?
That'll be a 13.
Okay, 13 hits.
Okay.
As
Hello.
your kind of big chunk of ice slams into the ground, you can see you can't see if it's pierced any of the fish, but you feel like it did.
But it blows up, so 1d10 for damage.
And they gotta make dexterity saving throws, I think, right?
That they do.
Wait a second here.
Okay.
And that's 6 on the impact damage.
Okay, you do 6 points of. Is it piercing or cold?
Piercing.
So it's actually half because they're swarms of fish. Oh, but it's magical.
It is magical.
No,
I
but
think
it doesn't
Mike's
specify
right.
non-magical. No. So the piercing damage is halved, but the ice damage will not be.
So do they both fail?
No, the one that you hit with the piercing damage succeeds, but the other one fails.
5, 11 damage.
Alright, someone should needs to be marking this down.
So it's 11 damage.
11 in ice damage
Yeah.
for number 2,
There,
and number 3.
I didn't quite
took
hear. How did we
3.
discover those big catfish things? Because you said you had to reach underneath, or was it just reach down and beside you?
Oh, there was this school of fish swimming by escaping these things, and there were so
Oh.
many that Brink could just put her hand down and grab them.
I see.
And by the way, how would
there
I?
was no like bottleneck.
No.
How would the Toll the Dead work on these? Do they act as like
Water.
a single entity?
Well, sound travels faster in water.
Yeah, you can target them with your Toll of the Dead. Yeah, technically.
So it would affect the swarm, even though it's like a single
yes.
creature?
Yes, it should in theory affect the swarm.
Okay, good to know.
Alright, okay, that's the end of your turn, Pigeon. Yeah, so Brink, you watch as like Pigeon rushes forward, and you're like, oh good, he's here to help me, and he like casts magic into the water away from you. You're like, what are you doing? But then you see this ice explode, and you can see fish starting to bubble up to the surface, belly up.
Excellent.
Alright, that's the end of your turn, Pigeon. It is now Brink.
Break. Awesome.
You are surrounded by
Deadly fish.
By deadly fish.
Yo, now that I'm level 5, Toll the Dead does 2d8 or 2d12 of damage.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Quick question: how high is the water at this point?
Chest height.
Just height?
Well,
Any way that I could hang from the ceiling?
Yeah.
have
Are there any
claws.
scraggly crags
You-
we could get on?
So, in theory, you could. However, you'd be like dangling all four off of the, and your back would still. There's only about like a foot of
So
air
they would
space.
jump up.
So they would still be able to get you. Yeah.
We
Okay.
could do
Can-
Jean-Claude Van Damme and spread eagle or spread leg.
They might be less
But
likely to
Hey,
target
you know what though? They just started biting me, so bring his
You
big
don't know
teeth
how
out
my
and her
fish
short
genital
sword.
works.
And
Okay.
go for
You
some
don't know how my
stabbing.
fish
All right, you
genitals
just start
work.
stabbing the water around you. Roll to hit.
Yeah.
Don't forget that you get to make 2 attacks.
And please don't hit
Yeah.
me.
3 attacks actually now because
Stupid. Annoying.
roll a hit. Roll a
I
hit.
can't find it. Okay, here we go.
It's under bonus actions for you if you recall.
Natural
Natural 20.
All right, that'll hit.
That's a fish kebab if I've ever seen one.
So roll
Get it? A fish
1d6.
kebab?
Yeah. So it's a 6.
12 plus your dexterity modifier.
5, so 17.
17 halved to 8 because it's resistant to piercing
Yeah.
damage.
And then
So,
doubled?
yeah. No, I did double it.
Okay.
already. Yeah, so you take out one of your things and you're like, there's too many of them, this will never work. But you slam it down and you manage to kebab like 6 fish on it. And you're like, this will work, this will work. You deal 6 points of damage on the first hit. Sorry, 8 points of damage on the first hit. Roll for your second attack.
Yep. That's nothing. That's a natural 1.
Alright, you come in for the second one and you've hit a patch of only water somehow. They were really concentrated on one side. Your offhand weapon now?
It's a good thing she didn't stab us.
Alright.
Probably doesn't hit.
I doubt it.
Is it higher than 10?
13.
13
Oh,
hits.
then it
Oh.
does hit.
Does hit.
You
Okay.
bring in your final sword and scrape across the
Plus
ground.
8. That's awesome.
So that's 2 plus 5 piercing damage.
Okay, 7 half to 3. So you do 3 piercing damage in the last one. Yeah, you don't manage to get as many fish on the second one. You're like, oh, maybe I was just super lucky that first time. But you are managing to bloody the fish as you're kind of carving into them. And you can see some of the fish are starting to like eat the other half beat up fish.
Oh.
But it hasn't stopped by any means the blood frenzy though. All right, that's the end of your turn. It is now dawn.
Alright, how big are these fish?
Pretty small, like piranha size.
Well, one piranha's
I mean,
like
piranhas.
this big.
I
No,
mean,
they're
they're no
fish.
swordfish, right?
Piranhas are very-
In terms of the creatures you guys fight in D&D, they're
Are they,
small.
are they palm sized?
I'm gonna take my scimitars and
20 inches.
I'm gonna dive like with my glove, kind of put myself like horizontal with the water, and I'm just gonna charge this guy
Okay?
because I have enough like.
Yeah, you can do 30.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that. And my sometimes are slashing damage; they're not piercing, so that means that
It doesn't make a difference.
it's still halved.
Bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing is all half.
Okay,
Because it's like, you gotta think about like,
No.
it's very good for hitting like one
large
creature, but
target.
there's so many, right? That like, you gotta...
Also,
pick
you
them off
have
one
to
at a
hit the
time.
water and then hit them, so that's gonna.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna do this, and I'm just gonna flail with
Sure.
Yeah.
Roll to make your 3 attacks. Yeah, you go charging forward Aquaman style, like, da da da. Yeah, technically there are different rules for fighting underwater, but we'll ignore them in this case because you're half underwater, half not underwater. It'd be too confusing.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first one is 18.
18 certainly hits.
18, so that's 9 damage.
Okay, half to 4.
Half to 4. Second
Not
hit
bad.
is
No, you always run down.
19. And then the damage is 10,
Half
half
to
is
5.
5.
Yep.
Third attack, 24. And that damage is for another 4.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you go charging into this like cloud of fish. Just you're for a second you think, oh, I'll do the whiskey spit. Oh no, wait, I'm underwater. But so you've relied on your weapons, but man, you find yourself imbued with a speed that you did not have prior to killing Sicario, as you managed to get off 3 attacks against these fish when normally you'd only be able to do 2. The fish, yeah, I mean, more and more fish start rising to the surface, belly up. The swarm getting smaller and smaller.
Keep eating them.
All right.
Yeah, you can eat them.
All right, Sung.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go up to the one that's right in front of me.
All right.
I'm just
10,
kind of I'm gonna
20.
go with my quarters. I'm gonna kind of give a good overhead.
You're not actually on it.
Yeah, because it's on this. It's on the space that Brink is on.
I moved him
Oh.
3, right? That was 3 I moved him?
Yeah.
I can move 20 feet.
Yeah, you can. His movement is 40 feet.
So I can go here, right?
Yeah.
Yep, that's
No.
good.
And then I
Oh,
can
yes.
hit them?
Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
sorry. You meant you had 40 total movement
Yeah.
speed.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
then yes.
Yeah, you can
so
reach
I can still hit them, but it's not flanking, right?
it. No.
No.
Okay, so I'll roll to hit.
You just stomp it.
Yeah.
That's a 12.
12 unfortunately does not hit.
Oh,
Alright,
okay,
so
so
13 is the threshold.
Yeah. You bring your staff in and try to bludgeon one against the
So
ground, but it
can I
manages
make
to
an
swim
extra
out.
attack?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, well, I'll also do that then. That didn't
You
work.
always have 2
I'm gonna try at a different angle.
Yeah, sure.
Well, that's 10.
10 does not hit. You come up with a different angle.
Aw.
Doesn't hit. You have your fist.
One more time. Alright,
Just
that
go to
didn't work.
grab one.
Yeah.
And just squeeze
Ah,
it.
tiger style.
Stupid fish!
Roll it.
Do I? Okay. Well, that was just a base 19, so that hits.
Yeah, that'll.
Uh,
1d6 plus your.
yes, 1d6 plus 3. So where's the d6 here? So, 7.
All right.
Half.
So you bring it with your course out. Don't manage to go and swing it. Don't manage to go. And you're like like knife spear your hand into the ground, and you come up and there's a fish spear.
So
on
is
your
that
hand.
grappling damage?
No, it's technically bludgeoning damage. So you've like bludgeoned it to death with your
Alright.
fist. So how much damage was
It
it?
did 7, but half.
Yeah, half to 3. So you managed to get one fish.
And
Stupid fish. I throw it behind my back.
I'm like weirdly impressed.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you? Ooh.
All right, that's the end of your turn, son. It's now that the other swarm of fish. One is just swarming Dawn, which is perfect for it. Dawn, are you at your total maximum hit points right
I
now?
am.
Well, it's 2 right now. It's 2 first.
No, 3. Oh, yeah.
That's 2.
I mean, they go in the same time. It doesn't
Okay.
matter.
Yeah, I'm nice.
Okay. That's going to be pretty high to hit. That's going to be peasant 20 to hit.
Yeah, that's
It's magic
Alright.
armor again. Forget about that a lot.
That was number 3. How much damage has number 3 taken?
16.
16. Okay, so it's actually there are less fish in this swarm anymore, so they can't do as much damage to you. You take 7 points of piercing damage as the fish kind of bite into your.
No, because they're fish.
No. As the piranha, you can feel their little jaws biting into you. You're like, ow, 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 ow. However, your blood starts to circulate into the water, and it seems to drive them into another frenzy. The other swarm is going to swim forward. It has a swimming speed of 40 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It's going to pass through. It's going to go onto Pigeon.
No.
I thought it's following the current.
Yeah, but the current would lead it into where Brink is, and then it just kept going forward. Sorry, Pigeon.
That's
you guys.
okay.
Are
I
you
have
at your-
max hit points.
You're
as
also
well.
tall.
That's going to be also a peasant 20. I rolled a natural, 15 twice. How many hit points on that swarm?
That's on 2.
Yeah.
2.
11.
Oh no, 11. Sorry.
So
2 hit
it's still looking pretty good.
No. I don't think it
Maybe
is,
the
though.
hit points is the number of fish that are there.
You take 11 points of piercing damage as you feel the fish start to bite into you and like rip off your feathers. Feathers
like
start to
when
go
they do
floating
that.
down the water.
Oh.
You're like, ah! All right.
Give me my feathers back, fish.
It is now fish number 1, swarming Brink. They're gonna try to bite you. Big surprise.
I'm gonna toll the dead out of the shit.
That's gonna be 14 to hit, Brink.
Nope.
Damn. All right, the fish kind of swarm around you again, but you're like hopping in and out of the water, like and like kind of just swarming around wildly. But it seems to be working. It is now Pigeon's turn.
Well, I'm gonna use toll the dead on the fish that are around me.
Sure.
So it's a wisdom saving throw.
For fish. They're not very wise. That's gonna be but a natural 16 minus 2 to 14.
14 was what they needed to hit. So
Oh, did they? Yeah, too bad.
so it's halved.
Yep. So you poke your beak into the water and like shout out, and you see the fish.
Oh wait,
like,
no, sorry, it's not halved. It just does nothing. Never mind.
Okay. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
However, the fish are not paying attention to you. They don't care for what you have
They
to
don't
say.
hear any bells.
Yeah,
You're
you're
so stupid that they become wise.
They were really
like,
dumb, but all of a sudden they're like, I think I hear bells.
Yeah,
I
Pigeon-
shouldn't.
Pigeon, would you like to use your movement?
Can I punch them? What's my
Like,
movement?
better
No.
to be silent
You can
and
use
call
your
a
movement.
fool than to speak and move all
Do they have attack of opportunities?
Yes. Yes, they will. Yeah.
No, I'm just gonna check.
Okay, it is now Brink's turn. Brink, you're surrounded by fish.
I'm like, wow, this worked great last time. Let's get stabbing.
All right, roll your 3 attacks.
Stabby, stabby.
I would actually. Well, okay. Well, I'll bring that up in a second to see if this goes. So it's 11 plus the
You
10.
you should get the on your soundboard.
Well, wait, what kind of... I have some...
Wait, can I cast Planar War as my bonus action?
Sure, but then you won't get to make your second attack. Just so you know. Or your third attack, rather.
My third attack.
Yeah.
But it's,
Okay.
it's force damage.
Yeah,
So
sure.
would that not be halved?
No, it would not be half.
Chill.
Alright, so you slash into the water, and as you slash into the water, you use your planar warrior ability to make your blade phase out of existence for a moment and disappear, and then reappear inside one of the fish.
Ouch.
Yeah.
What happened to his insides?
Not good things, I
I'm
imagine.
gonna put it on an angle. Okay, so that's 4 plus 5, 9. Do I have it now?
Is that just yeah. Yeah, so 9, and that's 4. 4
That's
points of damage.
4.
And then your planar warrior is not half, so roll your planar warrior.
Planar Warrior, which was a D8. That's a D10. That's a D8. That's 5 plus 8, 13.
Okay, so
So that's 4 plus
13,
yeah,
17 points of damage.
17 points of damage.
Alright, what's that fish at now?
31.
Yeah. So as you stab in with your planar warrior, you feel this like ripple go across through the water as you kind of send your kind of elemental magics into the fish, and it's like shooting fish in a barrel. The fish, the ripple like blows the fish out, and you just see all these fish start going belly up all around you. You're like, that works great. I think you have another attack.
I do.
Yep.
Attack the one on me.
Do you have any area of effect?
Wait, is it dead?
Yeah.
No.
You
Fuck
kill
you,
all.
fish.
It's like, I mean, it's kind of like they're all. It's 3 swarms, and it's 1 swarm next to another swarm. But you look around, and there are no longer any fish seemingly swarming around you. They're swarming around Pigeon now.
I'm like, haha! Oh! And I turn, and that hits. That was a 15 plus whatever.
Yeah, 15 hits.
Plus 8, so yeah, that definitely hits. And then I'm gonna do 2 plus 5, so 3 points of damage.
Yep.
On number 2.
It's definitely how many fish are in the swarm. 1 hit point per
Well, I think it's inverse.
So
Inverted?
we're now at
Like,
14.
well, if there's 30, and they've done 14 damage, and there's 16 left, right? So.
All right.
Yeah. No,
You hack into the fish. You come off with a few on your sword, and you're like, awesome. Looking, you can see that there's about half the amount of fish in the swarm now that there used to be. All right, that's the end of your turn, Brink. Do you want to use movement?
No.
All right, it is now dawn.
Just gonna
Alright,
wade
well,
around in a
I'm gonna
pool
go-
of fish blood.
I'm gonna
Ready.
stand up and go full like sushi chef.
Sure, yeah. You're like, I love hibachi.
Yeah.
Roll your 3 attacks, my friend.
First one is.
Why don't you just roll all 3 in a row? Or I guess, no. Well, because if you kill it, then...
Oh, right. Okay, yeah, so that's 25. And it does 4 damage.
Alright.
Second
Did you
one-
have that already?
No,
Yes.
so that was...
Yeah, I rolled a 4 plus 4.
Yeah, okay. So
Yeah.
4 points of damage.
4 points of
Gabby?
damage.
Gabby.
Yeah.
They're at
this
20
is
now.
3. Second one, I only rolled a 9.
Nope.
9 does not hit.
And third is another 25. And that did 9 damage, and it's half rounded down.
Yeah,
Yep,
so
Okay,
4.
so 4 more damage.
So 8 total.
So 24, because it was 4 on the first
Is
one.
that 24, huh? Okay.
All right. You go full about each other. You're like, and you can see just like fish parts flying up into the air from underwater as like all these fish start. You
It's like Fruit Ninja.
yeah, exactly. The fish like
Fish
At one point, there's actually not enough fish for you to hit, and so you strike out, but you miss as there's just like not a dense enough. But you turn around and you start getting the fish on the other side.
Wonder how muscles would
There are
react.
very few fish left in this swarm by the time you're done.
Probably about 6.
All right. That's the end of your turn, Dawn. Do you want to move?
Yeah.
No, you're good.
No.
Okay. So,
Yeah, rolling
Again,
to hit
just, like,
with the quarterstaff.
Wading around in these piles. of
Natural
dead
20.
fish.
all right.
Alright. So, that definitely hits. Gonna hit with my quarterstaff.
You're like, oh, I have to hit.
I have to
the
hit
fish.
the fish. So that's 1d8. So it's 8 but 8 because it's straight because it's doubled and then half.
Yeah, you double what's on the dice. No, you actually get slightly more. So you double what's on the dice,
Okay, so
add
that
your
was
bonus,
10 plus 13.
and then you have it. So it's going to be 6.
6. Okay, so
Yeah.
1 more point of damage.
Yeah.
So 6 onto this guy here.
That's number 2.
He's at 20.
So the
And
next
then I'll use my extra attack with my other quarterstaff
Yeah.
here. Or my same quarterstaff at the other end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you stab down. You can hear a bunch of fish bones break, and then you flip it around.
Then that's a 15, so that
15
hits.
hits, yeah.
And then another one of these bad boys. So that's half to that's 4. 4 damage.
All right.
And then
And you have your.
I know it works so well.
Yeah.
So I see one, it's like swimming right for like
Just go to grab
like
it,
pigeon's
beat it
ankles,
on
and
the
I'm like,
wall.
oh no, you don't. I'm gonna try and reach and like toss it out of the way.
Sure.
You're just gonna throw him away.
Okay, so that hits a 16 base.
Sure.
And then 1d6 plus 3. Where's my d6?
Yeah. And your fists are like you're like
Oh,
man. My fists are doing a lot more damage than I'm used to. I've monked up, man.
So that's 3 damage. Because it was 3 plus 3. So.
Okay.
That's still-
Yeah, you snatch that fish out of the water. When
That's
you're done,
very
you're
true.
looking around. There's only one fish left,
Oh boy.
and it's just like clinging to Pigeon's tail feathers. Yeah.
Pigeon, you have a straggler.
Yeah. All right. That's the end of your turn, Song.
I'm gonna toll the dead this one fish.
It is now. There's one fish left in the swarm, and I guess they'll try to bite you.
You can try.
That's gonna be a 16 to hit.
He hits.
Oh no.
All right. You take.
Well, I've done 1 more damage.
You take 4 points of piercing damage as he nibbles on your butt.
Ow, my butt!
Aw.
Something bit me.
I'm sorry.
Now there are very few fish left in this swarm with Dawn, but your blood is in the water, Dawn, so they're frenzied. So it's gonna be a little bit easier for them to hit you. It's gonna be 17 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, you are going to take 5 points of piercing damage as the fish kind of bite into you. You know what? It seems kind of lackluster now. There's just so few fish. You're like, really, guys? Really? Come on.
They've had their fill.
Yeah. Then fish number 1 is dead. So now it's Pigeon.
Yeah, I'm gonna toll the dead the fish that are on me.
All right.
Fish.
You.
The one fish.
You're like, fuck you,
He
fish.
better roll great on his wisdom. This one dumb fish.
Natural 20.
Does he get a disadvantage because there's just one now?
No, there's no reason they would get disadvantage. I apologize. I'm
Because
sorry.
he's one stupid fish.
You try to cast and
Fish.
and you're like like turn around,
But it's
so that
behind
he can
him, so
hear
he
you,
can't
but it's
talk to
behind
you.
you, so you just can't get him.
You can't talk to
All right,
him now.
that's the end of your turn, Pigeon. It's now Brink. I'm gonna assume you don't want to move because that's stupid. Why would you?
He's gonna
If part
spin
of my
around in
movement,
circles.
can I kick him by accident as I swim away
Sure. Yeah.
and kill him?
Yeah. No, the fish is just like blobbing. All right, Brink.
It's firmly
I
in your
spot
ass.
the fish
Yeah.
on Pigeon's tail,
gotta
and
bite
I'm
him.
like, I could stab that.
Don't
Yeah.
move.
You could stab him.
Don't roll a 1, please. This is a precarious.
Okay, that hits.
Yeah, it's got 1 hit point.
Yeah.
So
So.
yeah.
Oh look.
you pick the fish off of
Yeah.
his butt.
I just like take it and I say snack.
And
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
you
you
bite
bite
the fish.
Bite it.
How does
in
it
its
feel?
butt, just like it bit me.
A little piece of pigeon falls out of the fish.
Oh, that's auto cannibalism.
All right,
No, I
that's
didn't eat the part of
Dawn.
me.
It's your turn.
Well, I'm gonna keep on.
Yeah, I think there's like 4 fish left.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does that mean it's gonna be harder for me to do
No,
this?
no.
Alright. Yep, and I'm gonna hack.
Their evasiveness rose.
First one I got 16,
Yeah, that'll hit.
and oh god, I only did 1 plus 4, 5, 2 damage.
All right, you
Yeah.
take off. There's 4 fish left. You're like, I'm coming for you. You
I'm
take
gonna-
out to hit 2 of their friends.
You
Second
have-
one's 19,
Yeah.
and we got 3 damage.
Yeah, how do you want to do this, buddy?
What?
How do you want to do this? You
Sushi then.
Is this I
yeah, you've killed the fish. Yeah, describe
Okay.
what you want to do.
Chop their heads off.
I want to, the last one, I want to, like, both grab it and hack its head off at the same time.
Sure.
And I want to just take, like, in, like, a, like,
Yeah.
rage, I want to just take a bite.
Yeah, the last fish,
Like
just
Schmiegel.
No, you know what, actually, I want to grab it, cut its tail off, and bite its head off.
sure.
Aw.
Sure, the
Oh,
last
God,
fish
porn
you
star.
grab as it's swimming past you, and you kind of like chuck it into the air. And as it's in the air, you kind of just like whoosh, cut off the tail and grab it before it hits the water again, and just bite down. You
Gross.
turn around and you're like smiling, and there's like fish guts pouring
Oh,
out.
I
And Brink's
see
like,
That tasted horrible. I'm gonna pull out the whiskey and wash it. That was terrible.
You've solved my piranha puzzle.
Hey.
Hey.
I
came
still
out-
love this
Was
tunnel.
that a puzzle or?
He's just appeasing
I came out
our
unscathed.
sensibilities.
Is Nish with us, by the way, or Captain?
Yeah.
Lilith?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
I was just curious because I didn't know if we lost her as well.
That's true. Yeah.
No, no.
Sorry.
No, she's with us.
Yeah.
She's not helpful, but she's
We've
with
tied
us.
her to a raft, and we're.
Well, she has the potential to potentially take invocation that would allow her to breathe underwater this level, so maybe she took that. Who knows?
Who knows?
Maybe
She
she's
may.
in the pocket. Oh, did you pick up your pocket?
Yes, by the way, I guess I forgot to mention this. I think I said it last session, but I was planning on picking up the hole.
Pigeonhole.
Part of the hole.
Oh yeah, pigeon. That's yeah.
Yeah, just assumed it.
What would happen if I put it under
Yeah,
water?
I think it would have sucked in the fish momentarily for like a turn, and then we could have like.
Well, it would have created like a vacuum where all the water.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I want to do it. I want to like reach down and just put the thing on the ground.
Yeah, so you place it on the water and then it fills up with water.
Cool. And then pick it back up.
Sure.
Does the water come out, or
No,
does
the
it
water
stay?
stays.
Yeah.
It acts as
we
an
have-
extra dimensional thing.
we
I
could have
now
released.
have 15 or what is it?
10
10
feet
feet.
by a meter. So
Yeah.
We could have sucked in piranhas and kept them as a portable piranha launcher.
you have about 34 square meters of.
And how much of that is
That's
fish guts?
hefty.
How much of that is fish guts?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry,
there's probably
but no,
some
wait,
dead
wait.
fish
It's
in there,
it's,
too.
it's
Yeah.
in terms of feet. So it's 10.
Well, it's a cylinder though, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So 1 second. 100 times pi is 340
made cold fish head
times
soup.
10.
14.
Yeah, you have like 3,000 square feet of
I
water.
can tell from experience.
3,000 square
That doesn't
feet?
seem right.
I think it is.
6 feet wide, 10 feet deep.
Oh, is it 6 feet wide or is
I
it
think
10
so.
feet wide?
I think it's 6 feet.
3,000 square feet of water.
Wow.
That's a lot of water.
Like, if you think, wouldn't it be cute?
Yeah, would not
10
be square
feet
feet.
deep.
by
How
definition.
wide is
Yeah. Well, like, yeah, because like when you look
Yeah,
at
it would be
apartments
cute.
and it's
I think it might have
like
said
1,000 square
on
feet,
the
that sounds
website
amazing, and then you're
somewhere.
like, oh, this is a closet
Yeah.
because it's actually not that big.
But then you wouldn't want your apartment to be measured in cubic meters.
Yeah.
because The height of the ceiling is.
But if
Nobody
the
lives
ceiling's
in the
really
upper-
low-
My apartment
6
ceiling
feet
is
in
only
diameter.
seven
Okay,
feet,
so
which
it's actually
would be
9
fine for
times
you,
5, so
but
that's
for
roughly
me, I'm
34
actively
times
aware of
10.
how low it
So
is
it's,
all
sorry,
the
it's
time.
300. It's 350
Cubes.
yes, cubic feet, yeah.
And how much of it is fish guts?
I mean, now about, I don't know, I'd say like 6 cubic feet.
Alright. Just in case we have to release it on somebody.
So for the record, I am against caves. No more caves.
Yeah, that was a.
I like this cave.
I did not
Bad
like
time
this
to be in
cave.
the Underdark.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wet
Alright,
caves.
I feel pretty
specifically
fine.
Wet caves. Dry caves, fine. Wet caves, no.
Well, let's, okay. Well, let's see how Don's doing up there. What's he found?
Holy crap. It's 62.4 pounds of water for cubic feet.
Yeah, you're fine.
I have like several thousand pounds worth of water.
You're carrying like a screen.
No, it's so
Has
so
the
once
water
it's,
level
it's,
noticeably
once
gone
it's
down like a
closed
little
up, it weighs nothing.
Yeah,
other than
momentarily,
the
as
fabric.
when he put it down, it momentarily went down.
Water
Yeah.
level slowly.
Okay, I go.
It would
I,
be so unnoticeable.
Yeah,
I
it was
go-
like a brief second. Yeah.
okay, I go over and check on Dawn to see what that's the end.
Yeah, what do we
over
see? What are
here.
those little, like, hairy
Like, does it open
chin
up at the
hairs
end?
over there?
Yeah, so well, that's like a wall where it goes underwater again.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, we should all just.
Yeah. You
we're out of-
you now have a good system. You proceed down
Okay.
underwater and scope it out. However, this time
Fish bird.
you swim underwater for
And
about
fishing.
30 seconds before it opens up into a beautiful coral reef. You can see that there's bioluminescent fish of almost every kind that you've seen so far swimming through. There are large schools of fish kind of dancing around in the water.
Is the water murky?
The water is crystal clear, actually.
Ooh.
And you can see that there are the occasional school of those piranha-like things swimming by, but they
They
don't
have bigger
seem...
fish to fry.
Yeah, they've got bigger fish to fry. There's not you don't see any very large fish, but the colors of the coral reef are incredible. They're every shade of neon.
Wow.
That you can imagine, all kind of glowing with a slight kind of dim light to it.
But how's the breathing situation?
Yeah, you look up and you can see kind of a partition of water. You swim up and you breach into the open. You're swimming in a little lake. Sorry, quite a large lake actually.
Is it sunny? Is it in a cave?
It's in a cave. It's not outdoors. It's still in a cave. There's the bioluminescence of the great kind of coral reef provides a modicum of light in the area. The lake is quite large. I'm gonna say it's like the same size as like Lac Leamy, if you've ever been to
Oh
Lac
yeah,
Leamy.
yeah.
So it's like a big lake. There's a small island kind of centered in the middle of it, and you can see off to the side on the for you what would be the right. There is a small beach that
Oh.
seems to extend into a cavern, and there are humanoids along that beach in small kind of little what looks like fishing vessels.
What kind of humanoids?
It's too dark and too far away to see.
Okay, so there's an island and a beach.
I want to go to the beach.
The humanoids are fishing along the beach.
Maybe we should. Is the island closer?
The island is much closer.
Okay, well then let's go down. I thought the beach was close.
Yeah, the beach is like on the other end of the lake.
Beach party. Let's go to the island.
All right, you only Brink has seen this so far,
Yeah.
but she swims back and
Explains like.
Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful on the other side.
Yeah.
Everything, it's crystal and glowing.
I want to dry off my legs and lower torso.
There's an island. There's an island. There's an island, and there's also there are people fishing. There's people fishing underwater.
Fishermen are usually nice. They usually don't cause trouble.
What?
282.
what?
The actual number.
Okay.
All right. How you feeling about an island escapade? Because I'm feeling good. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, sure. You guys eventually all take your turns diving underneath the kind of little lip there, reaching on to the other side. You surface and swim to this island. The island is not. It does have brush, but it's not mushroom brush like you're used to seeing. It's kind of like this spindly, almost sponge-like, but like a dry sponge, almost like sponge-like formation. And when you get there, you realize that the island is actually just a large piece of coral reef, which has been
That many pounds of water.
which has been sanded smooth from the
17,000 pounds of
the kind of tides,
Okay.
if there are tides. The
I
kind of
don't know if lakes have tides.
they don't have tides, but kind of just the water brushing up against it. Yeah, and the shrubbery that you see is actually just more coral reef extending upwards into
Wow,
the
I think we've come across some kind of.
It is vaguely bioluminescent,
Complication.
and it's actually it's quite calming, quite lovely.
Are there any looks like any edible fruits on here? As I scramble up on the sands like castaway style?
Why don't you roll survival?
All right.
I would like to investigate for any hidden.
That's a 22.
They're fruits.
Okay, I'll look for crustaceans on the sea that you could eat, like little.
Yeah.
And then also fruits.
Yeah, so you don't see really any fruits. There's like some seaweeds growing in little
Okay.
tide pools, but in the tide pools are a number of different strange bioluminescent crustaceans of different kinds. Many of them with more legs or more tentacles than normally you're used to.
Oh,
but
okay.
but hey,
Hey,
cookout.
protein's protein.
What are you doing then?
I would like to investigate for any signs that people have been here.
All right, roll investigation.
Oh yeah, footprints. Aside from my footprints that I've made.
It rolled back. It would have been better if it hadn't. It was 11.
11 total.
Yeah. It would have been a higher number though, but then
Roll back.
it's no good.
Can't trust the rollback.
No.
No, same.
Same. That's fate.
Um,
A five's
yeah.
a five.
Does anybody have? We should probably look for like dry wood. Start a little campfire, or maybe we don't want to draw attention to
No,
ourselves.
we rested
I want to be
only-
dry.
We rested only like 2
This is
hours.
how you
ago.
get
I don't
trench
think we
foot.
need to rest again.
Yeah.
I'm not
well,
tired.
Yeah. How long were we traveling in that tunnel?
Now it's actually late. Pretty. It's getting to be evening now.
Yeah, and we're full of wet water. Like we're. Gonna get-
There does not.
Actually, I'm not wearing.
There does not appear to be any sign of civilization on this small island.
Okay.
Is the beach closer now? Like, can I make out what's happening on the beach?
The beach is a little bit closer. There's no. I'm gonna say. Let's see how far can you see. Visible outdoors. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You can vaguely see the forms of humanoids off in the distance. Why don't you roll perception for me.
Wait,
No, bring. In order to see if you can actually
Oh, she
make
saw.
it.
That's gonna be a 23.
Yeah. So the form of these humanoids are not anything that you've seen before. They're definitely not dwarves. They are these kind of gray scaled, taller than humans, little kind of more stocky upper built, reptilian-like creatures. Judging from your description from Docs, these look to be like troglodytes. Trogs.
Alright, well maybe we don't want to draw attention to ourselves when these angry fish lizards are around.
They don't
I
seem
actually
very
need to get another book, so if you guys want to just...
Yeah,
start
but Doc
collecting
said
stuff,
that they're very unfriendly.
To dwarfs, I'm a cat.
You could also probably just kill them.
Well, they're
Sure,
fish.
but-
We should respect their way of life first. If they attack us, yes, but
That's
They're
what
not
I
doing
mean, though.
anything
Is that,
right
like, if we
now.
have to go through it, I'm sure we'll be able to take care of them. Aren't troglodytes the tiny little microscopic things?
That's why I was confused. I was like, oh, they're bugs and then lizards.
I thought troglodyte was also an insult.
Probably.
I mean, it could be. I wouldn't want to be called one. Like being called an earwig.
Well, we're sitting on
Speaking,
the strong island.
speaking of earwigs, this is a weird segue, but
Alright, I believe you.
yeah, look what I woke up this morning and I found this on my fridge. It's not literally an earwig, but
What?
It's figuratively
somebody had written
an
on the
earwig.
whiteboard on my fridge. The pepper was full of earwigs.
Ew.
And I was like, oh, that's. I'm glad I haven't used the pepper in a while.
It's gross.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, that's gonna be a no for me, dog.
Alright.
It's pretty gross.
Can I get some ground up pepper and earwigs?
I don't know which pepper it was because we have like a fancy
Got some
ground.
extra protein. Oh, that'd be because if it's like
Yeah,
a pepper
exactly.
grinder.
Yeah, that's
oh,
We
what
have
I
a
mean,
pepper
is that you
grinder
just
and then we have a regular like pepper shaker. And I was too scared to look into either of them. So.
that's
Oh.
so gross.
So,
That
back
would
on...
be in the salt then.
Meanwhile, on the island.
Yeah, meanwhile, on the island. So, you guys are on this island. It is conceivably...
that there were people?
No, there is no sign of civilization on this
I
island.
thought she saw people.
No,
At
she
the
can see people at the beach, which is on the other side of the lake.
How long would it take to swim there?
Depends on how good of a swimmer you are. I mean, it looks to be about like a kilometer away.
Okay.
Well, I don't
So-
think we've drawn too much. I'm
Are
trying
there
to
any
get some
boats
water.
on this island?
Can you
Like,
give me
there's
some water?
no...
Yes. No, there's no sign of civilization.
Okay.
It's a pretty small island too.
Yeah.
It's like I would say it's like an island the size of like our living room, maybe.
Oh yeah, so
Maybe a
you
little
can
bit.
see to the edge there.
Oh, of the island?
Yeah.
For sure. The island is very small.
There's no like big trees.
No. It's like a small island.
Yeah.
A very small
In
island.
French, you know.
I thought the island, like I was imagining like the size of the GG's forest, like small but not terribly small.
I'm gonna say it's a little bit bigger than that whole kind of living room area over there, but not much.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna have a drink.
Yeah, alright, Dawn, sit down, just
We have to go
Yeah,
We found the
well,
lizard
we
people.
think it's late in the day, right? Would it be
Yeah,
enough
I
time
mean, you
for
guys
a
feel
rest?
tired. Yeah, this could be an appropriate time for a long rest.
I would take
Okay.
a long rest.
Yeah, this
feel
place
fine.
also certainly seems the safest out of anywhere that you've been before.
Yeah. I'd be good for napping and temporarily being dry at least.
So, Dario, what is it you said I had to do to
Oh,
learn these?
to learn those spells. So, as a wizard, as part of your class, you can add spells to your spellbooks. So if we look at copying spell into the book, when you find a wizard spell of first level or higher, you can add it to your spellbook if it is of a spell level you can prepare, and if you can spare the time to decipher and copy it. For each level of the spell, the process takes 2 hours and costs 50 gold pieces. The cost represents material components you expend as you experiment with the spell to master it, as well as the fine inks you need to record it. Once you have spent this time and money, you can prepare the spell just like your other spells.
And what if it's a higher level than what I can
Okay,
do?
what
Like,
is
can I
it?
learn a fourth or fifth?
No,
level
you
spell?
cannot learn you cannot learn that until you have a spell slot. A fourth.
Alright, good to know. So, it does it vary from spell to spell how much it costs?
To learn?
It's 50 gold per level and 2 hours per level. So a first level spell costs 50 gold and 2 hours. A third level spell costs 150 gold and 6 hours.
Gotcha.
All right, so you guys are setting up camp here.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, you set up camp. You make a little pot on a little fire in order to get a bit of a cook off.
Crustacean soup.
A crustacean, exactly, stew going on.
A gumbo.
A gumbo,
Gumbo,
if
right.
you will. Yeah, roll for gumbo.
15.
It's a great gumbo.
It's a good combo.
Well, what do you add to that?
No, it's
Got some salt.
Just gumbo.
I don't know, like, what do you add to the roll?
That's the
your
joke.
wig pepper. Keep that around.
Yeah.
Have any seasonings on you?
If someone has a mess kit, I think they have seasoning on
I
it.
think I have a mess kit.
Anyway.
Ate a live piranha. Everything is gonna taste good at this point.
I also did eat
What?
part of a
They
live.
were
Actually,
delicious.
You said there was a pool. Is there any brine?
Yeah, for sure.
Whoa.
Actually, no, sorry. This water is fresh. It's
Oh,
fresh
okay.
water.
No
Well,
brine.
as a bird, would I enjoy fish? Like,
I think you do.
Yeah, birds eat fish.
Seagulls.
Alright.
They're like your close
well, I
relatives.
love that piranha. It was delicious.
Tell me more about the cuisine, Dario.
Yeah, of this island.
Paint me a word picture.
So we're taking a long rest?
Yeah, this ain't Game of Thrones.
I might actually, if we're
The
taking a long rest,
crustaceans
I might
are actually in the middle of a
take
mock
out,
of
so
an
I would have to go
overthrow.
like 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if just before you go,
Yep,
quick thing, is that if you recall, when we've been taking short rests, we've taken time to do a little bit of improv, tell a campfire story of a bit of your backstory, and I believe it's your turn, Will, as you have not done it yet.
Oh, jeez. Alright. Well,
So,
I have a
everybody-
speech prepared.
As you guys sit around the gumbo, Dawn, for some reason or another, feels like this is the right time to share a little bit about
Well,
who
he's
he is and where
drinking,
he's
he
from.
ate a piranha. You know,
He's also a little
vulnerable.
drunk and rosy in the face, and he's like, you guys.
Yeah. Alright. Well, this is gonna be like Grandpa Simpson style, just nowhere. Oh, jeez. Alright, give me a minute here.
Yeah, no problem.
Do I have a question, a prompt? I get a.
I'm gonna say, do you want a prompt? Sure.
Yeah.
Can you discuss? I have prompts from them. Can you discuss? Reveal a potential nemesis or ally from your past.
Alright.
That's your prompt.
You may choose to accept it.
Yeah. If you don't like it, you can just make up something else.
No. When I was about 17 and just getting into the fighting scene, I went up against this guy who was a small, wiry man. He was probably about 5'8", quite a bit older than me, but he was quick. He was a monk, like you, and I hadn't realized, but my trainer and his trainer had an arrangement, and they had agreed to fix this fight without telling me. And so while we were preparing for this, and I was given, we had a friend of ours who was an alchemist. I don't think this is entirely within the rules, but we're going to keep that to ourselves. And he would give me these potions that would kind of put me into a frenzy. And these potions, I think, this night were just liquor. It was the fight was awful. I got beaten pretty bad. Lost a couple teeth. I still have trouble hearing in my ear. It
Started you on the path to alcoholism.
yeah, because I get these headaches and there's chronic kind of pain in my neck, and it sort of drove me into a downward spiral of drinking and self-loathing. And this got a lot more depressing than I intended.
Well, you know,
I'll stop talking now because I don't like sharing things about myself.
No, Don, I think that was beautiful. It's like my my monk teacher always told me. You know, the first step is admitting you have a problem. And I feel like we've all taking the first step for all of us, you know?
Yeah,
Hopefully we can help each other out.
Lilith asks, Don, I don't, you know, I don't understand. Did you ask? Did you try to be a pit fighter? Like, did someone make you a pit fighter? You bring it up, and it's like, it's just unclear. Tried to do that as niche-like as I
It
possibly
sounds
could.
pretty niche-like.
Well, I didn't exactly have a lot of money or family or even really friends growing up, and I was at a bar and I had a bit too much to drink, and a guy got in my face and I beat the crap out of him, and there happened to be a guy at the bar there who saw some promise, and he told me to come back the next day and
Our fight headhunter.
after
There's always
8
one.
p.m. or after sunset, and he brought me back behind the bar. There was a little trap door, and we went down into a
Speakeasy.
dirt basement. There was a lot of guys down there
This
drinking
seems-
and gambling, and the first rule was that you're not really supposed to.
I was gonna say, this sounds
And
like
the
one of
second
those
rule
clubs
is
you're not
that
supposed
you're
to
not
talk about.
supposed to talk about it, but I
Shit.
feel like we're a long way from Maltby. so I'm going to assume this isn't going to get back there.
So do you see a future in this? Is this really?
Lilith says, friends are overrated. They blow up your ship and stuff, okay? They'll
But-
just betray you in the end.
What are you gonna do after all? Is you gonna go back to fighting, or you gonna try? Like, is this where you see yourself in?
You'll be a
In
much
future.
better fighter now.
Yeah, but is this what you want? Is that what makes you happy?
No, but it's all I've ever really been good at. So I just kind of do it. I haven't really put a whole lot of thought into doing anything else, but I guess since I've been with you guys, I have a bit more money. I could go, I don't know, I've always wanted to just get myself a cabin out in the woods and
Beat up some
the,
animals
write
out there.
the great
Bedivere novel.
Bediverian novel, yeah.
Right about the town.
You know what, Don? You get a point of inspiration for next game for some wonderful improv. And Boots, you already have a point of inspiration, so I'll give
I
you
get to
5
keep it.
temporary hit points.
Oh boy. Big old
for asking,
35.
asking the real questions.
Alright.
All right.
Yeah, that got real.
Yeah.
So I was watching BoJack Horseman earlier.
All right, that was all. If you want to go, you can go.
Alright, I'm gonna go.
Adios.
Okay,
How
if
is
you want to
BoJack
go, you
Horseman?
can go.
He will allow
leave
you.
it
I now
there.
dismiss you.
You are dismissed.
How is BoJack Horseman? I've never
It's
watched
phenomenal.
Honestly,
Honestly, I would
everybody-
say that
yeah.
it's like top 5 TV show.
I haven't seen it, but everyone I've talked to who's seen it says it's really good.
It's phenomenal. The first,
I watched the first season and I thought it was only okay.
it gets better. Like, I hate being that guy who's like, you gotta get through a couple episodes before it gets better.
No,
the first,
it's true.
The
There's a lot of
first
shows that are
episode
like
is
that, though.
actively bad, and the second one gets a little better, and by like the third episode, it's really, really good, and it just keeps getting better. It's
Maybe I'll give it another try.
It's just good because it layers like really deep, like
Yeah.
heart-wrenching emotion with really stupid animal puns. So
The
and
great-
like just the context and the premise makes it like I don't know, they can have a lot of like really zany plot lines but still have like very believable like real characters. It's a really, really well written show.
Nice.
Catch that the next time the next Elvish Thespian crew is around to perform the great Elvish play of BoJack Horseman.
Exactly. The famous Elvish play. BoJack the Horseman. The Centaur.
The Centaur.
All right. So who's is anybody keeping watch tonight or?
How should we divvy up this pizza?
Oh yeah, sure. I'll give you cash.
Sweet. Actually,
Okay, who's taking watch? I guess.
If there's any of the pizza left, I'll take that. If you want the
guess I'll take the first watch.
garlic sticks. Or
Sure. Lilith will take a watch.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, just take the whole thing. I won't really eat that stuff.
Yeah, you no longer have an elf, so you guys actually have to take 2 watches each.
Can I guess take out the key and then just to check in on it?
Sure. What do you want to you want to see if it's still pointing?
Pointing, yeah.
It is still pointing. And
And
still
what-
got that like
And after
soft
sharing
pulse.
those things about myself, I'll
Dawn
just
passes on.
drunkenly-
Yeah, he's too drunk to take a watch. He's just sleeping.
Yeah, Dawn.
You can
passes
take the
on.
last couple hours.
Then I guess I'll, like, when I take my watch, I'll also just, like, slowly polish the warhammer.
Oh yeah, I guess I can unattach that.
Sure.
Bring it back.
Sure. You need like some specific tools to get it back to
I
like.
decided it well.
Alright, see you.
Adios.
Sure.
Bye.
Alright. No, I just want the order of the watch. So you, then Lilith.
Why don't we just go in a circle since we'll have to take two anyway?
Yeah, okay.
So me, me.
What do you want to do in your watch? You have an hour. You have 2 hours collectively throughout the night of light activity, such as copying spell books if you want. You get a first level spell, or you could put some time into next level spells.
Let me look one up real quick. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna keep my eye on the fisherman. I already know that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so you guys all kind of bed down to go to sleep. Sung going first. Sung, you keep your eye on the fisherman, and you also like start to manipulate the chi within yourself.
Key.
Sorry, the key within yourself to try to sense like the surrounding area, how's it's doing. You remember in the fungal forest, you could sense this encroachment.
They were coming from the spikes.
Yeah,
I
this
remember.
dark, lonely energy that was kind of encroaching. It's here, but less so. Something here seems to be pushing back in the opposite direction. Brink, on your watch, you polish the warhammer and watch your key. You start to the key points, right, and you start to look at the actual like mechanism of the key, right. And it is very fine and complex. Whatever lock this key fits into is a work of incredible craftsmanship, because it is. You can see that there's at least 100 tumblers within the teeth of this key, and the key ever points towards the east. No matter where you point it, twist it, it kind of just points towards the east. Pigeon, are you copying your spells?
No, I'm not gonna copy it yet. I don't have that much money, so.
Okay.
No, but I don't know, because I still have one of my portents left. So what can I do to make use of it? It's 19.
I don't know, you can attempt something. What do you have on you?
Do you have anything that can polish a warhammer? Oh.
A mending cantrip would probably work.
I don't really have anything to do.
Alright. Well then,
Just make a fun little fireworks show.
And reveal our position.
Yeah.
everyone roll 2 perception checks.
Alright. So the first one I got 9, second one I got 17.
Alright. 16. And that one we'll say is the 19.
Sure.
Alright.
11 and 12.
So 15 and 18.
Okay. Alright. You guys spend the evening getting your rest, taking turns keeping watch. Keeping a careful eye on the fishing boats outside. About halfway, closer towards the end of your guys' night, so around Brink's second watch. I guess Sun goes first. Yeah?
Yeah, I was first.
Okay. Well, we'll still say Brink. Around Brink's second watch, all the fishing boats retract. The fishermen return to the beach and seem to walk up past beyond where your vision extends, and no more boats go out. So, on your second watch, as you are kind of flowing your key around and kind of sensing this force that is moving back, hear something rattling around in Dawn's area, resting, and you're like, "Oh, Dawn," and you look over, and Dawn's passed out, like in front of the gumbo. It's not Dawn.
All right. I clutch my quarterstaff. I'm gonna use it to, get myself up here, and I'm gonna try and use it like a wand of key dowsing, but also in a kind of defensive position.
Sure.
So I'm just gonna walk towards it.
Yeah, you kind of walk towards it.
Holding it out like I'm dowsing.
You come across a kind of strange scene before you. There is a tiny, and by tiny I mean like the size of this cup, a tiny little black humanoid, completely black, wearing some sort of white Studio Ghibli-esque mask, and just wild, crazy black hair, just rifling through Dawn's stuff, just like picking up things and like shaking them and putting them down, and picking up like his flask and like you see he points to the matter and like throws the flask, like none of that. As you kind of approach and look over towards you, and it does that thing from like Princess Mononoke, where like it tilts its head. Yeah.
Isn't there a name for those things?
Yeah, I forget what they're called.
Okay.
But anyway,
I've never seen one before, or read about one.
why don't you roll nature?
Okay. That's a 21.
Yeah, you have actually heard of these things. You don't really.
Right.
It's a weird thing that you don't really try to study
Yeah.
at your monster hunting school because they're not monsters. They're actually benevolent spirits. But this is a Chwinga, a minor elemental, kind of guardian spirit.
Threat level?
Threat level, not really.
Okay.
They're benevolent as
I
well.
see.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they're.
In that case, I'll
yeah.
retract my dowsing.
You have been known, you do know, because you rolled really freaking high in your roll, that there are many stories surrounding Chwinga, a lot of them revolving around the exchange of gifts.
I see.
And the Chwinga just seems to be like curiously browsing through your things, Dawn's things.
Oh, hi there, little critter.
It just kind of like turns towards you. It replies in this kind of like flute-like notes. Yeah.
Oh, that's a cute little knapsack you're ruckusing through over there. I might be able to help you out with something. I ain't gonna reach into, I guess my pack or whatever I have to carry stuff in. I have something I don't really need anymore that I could trade. I have a Thathnandovich pin.
Okay.
I think it looks like, I didn't actually draw what it looks like.
It's a blue pin with the silver, the hooked river running through.
Yeah, I don't really need that anymore. I'm gonna offer it to this little guy.
He walks over, picks it up, kind of like gives it a shake, and like kind of puts it underneath this weird cloak-like fabric that it just kind of disappears behind. And it kind of just like touches you on the, or it's tiny.
Oh, I'm
like,
kneeling down. I'm kneeling
walks
down.
over and like boops you on the nose.
Oh boy, what do I feel?
Well, it kind of, the Chwinga then turns
Is it
around.
cold, warm?
It is warm. It's like this kind of warm feeling spreads across your nose. The Chwinga turns around and just starts walking, and as it walks, it's kind of like one of those elevator gags where it just starts walking deeper and deeper into the coral, and it just disappears into the coral.
Oh, I'm sure that's not the last I'll see of that guy.
Yeah. You gain a temporary charm.
Oh boy.
You gain the charm of dark vision.
Oh boy, where is that going, charms?
Yeah, you can cast dark vision on yourself 3 times.
That is incredible. Where is my charms section? Consumables, I guess? Or rings? Is it a ring?
No, it's like a magical effect. So I guess put it under like miscellaneous.
I'll put it under consumables because I can use it 3 times. So,
yeah,
dark
charm
vision.
of dark vision. You can grant yourself dark vision 3 times. After the 3rd time, it goes away forever.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's neat. Thanks, little critter.
All right.
Well, I'm gonna sit very content. I'm gonna cross my legs and sit down again and start meditating.
Yeah. The rest of you guys watch and nights go off without a hitch. When you guys feel like it's morning, you all kind of wake up feeling rested.
Well, you'll never believe who I sort of talked to, maybe didn't talk to last night.
Keeloff.
I wish. I miss Keeloff. I also miss Muscles. Muscles would have loved this place.
Where did Muscles go?
That was my second guess. Who'd you talk to?
Oh yeah, I got distracted. I talked to a Schwinga. Chewing gum. I talked to a Schwingwum.
Winga.
Yeah. Imagine like a sentient.
Would I know what those are? Are they like just general forest spirits?
Yeah, you would have seen them in the forest.
Yeah, you know what I'm
They're
talking
like
about.
benevolent. They're benevolent elemental spirits.
And I traded him that Thathnandovicho pin that I didn't really need, and look at that. Now I can see in the dark 3 times. So that's neat.
That is neat. They're very nice.
They're
I like
very
them a lot.
nice. They booped my nose.
They like to rifle. Well, they're riflers.
They are riflers. All right.
Okay. He was only rifling through alcohol. I don't think he wanted that.
Okay. That's the you guys awaken, and you are still on this coral
And the
reef.
beach is clear.
The beach is clear. Yeah.
So now it's the 17th of Damsel?
It is
Fishermen
the
wake up
same-
pretty early.
thank
Do
you
we
for
see
reminding me.
fishermen?
Yeah, but they left halfway through our watch.
Yeah, I've been keeping track of some of my
Like 3
port
hours.
rolls, so.
You never know. Could be the other shift.
So, do we feel like we
Roll number
can,
1, 13.
like we could swim to it?
I could swim a kilometer.
Yeah, you could swim about a kilometer, probably.
Oh, that's not that long. That's like swimming a kilometer.
I
Yeah.
just got dry.
This is one of those moments where it's like,
Natural 20!
Nice.
Yeah!
it's one of those moments where it's like, I don't know, can you? You know what I mean? Oh, you got a natural 20?
Natural 20 on a
Beauty.
port roll.
Well,
That is solid.
That's what you want.
that's gonna be one shitty high level witch bolt.
No, I'm gonna use that on Fireball or
Oh
something.
my god, that'd be brutal.
Yeah. Yeah. do
Oh wait,
some
no. Fireball is
serious-
a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, yes it is.
All right.
Then I will
Well,
switch
use
around
it when
some
you-
spells and learn lightning and then nail someone.
Lightning is also a dexterity saving throw.
Is it? Oh shit.
Well, I suppose our only real option is
That's good because it does have
the
to be
beach.
on the front.
Yeah. I mean, if we do a quick walk around the island, what else can we see in our kind of field of vision there?
It's pretty much just a underwater a lake cave.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a
that's
cave lake. A lake cave.
Oh, did you want to take some coral with you as a souvenir?
Now I do.
Yeah. If you break it off, it's vaguely bioluminescent, so you get like dim light within 5 feet.
Well, I just thought you'd enjoy it.
I do like the It's fun.
Sure. You break off a piece of coral.
Stick it in
Witch
my
bolt
bag.
at level 3 is 3d12, and that'll be double damage. So
Okay.
that'll be nice.
Well, right
All right.
now
Well, let's get to swimming.
we swim.
when I want to kill someone, oh
Wait,
boy, are they
When
gonna
pigeon
get killed.
swims, is it like a duck swimming or is it like a normally aerial bird swimming?
It's like a pigeon swimming.
Oh.
I'm
It's-
not very dexterous.
He's
like,
not a
they're
good
not,
swimmer.
Like,
He's not a
I'm
good
not
swimmer
going
at
like
all.
at the same time. It's like a
Yeah.
flapping through the water.
Okay, Lilith and Dawn are holding you up.
Yeah. Sure.
It's fine.
So would it be advisable in the story to like leave them sleeping on the island?
Yeah, they sleep
Yeah?
on the island. You guys get up before them for some reason.
Okay.
When you go
You're
to
leaving without me?
what?
You're leaving without me?
No, without Dawn and
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I
When
thought
you
meant
go to
were
wake
leaving without
Lilith,
me.
she's been reading her book all night and her eyes are like glazed
Yeah.
over black, and you're like, fuck no.
Lilith. Not touching that one.
Okay, so we swim.
And
over.
Dawn is just unable to wake.
We swim to the beach.
Sure. As you guys approach
Oh my god.
approach the beach,
Just did
Um,
some rolls front 12, 12, 8.
Get those bad ones out of the way.
it's
No, no, no.
you're gonna be tired by the
D12.
time you reach the end of the beach. Actually, why don't you all roll Constitution saving throws
Okay.
in order to see how tired you are?
I suck at Constitution, but let's find out. Well, I rolled a. Wait, what's the difference between a Constitution and a Constitution
Natural
saving throw?
20.
You add your saving throw proficiency.
Oh, so that is. Oh, so 6 instead.
Okay. You unfortunately
Yeah.
take 1 point of exhaustion as you're
Okay.
swimming.
So
You
that's
have-
1 point damage?
No, it's 1 point of
Where
exhaustion.
does that go?
There's not actually a spot for it.
Oh.
You have disadvantage on ability checks, so not attack rolls or anything like that,
Just,
but
ability
stuff
checks?
like acrobatic, your skills. You have disadvantage on your skills.
Okay.
That'll go away when you get a nice
Short
rest. Actually, it has to be a long rest. A long rest, or somebody use restoration magic on you. But
Alright, no worries.
yeah. Sorry, the DC on that wasn't very high, but it was more than 6.
I rolled a nat 20.
Yep. The rest of you guys are fine. The DC was 10. as you guys swim along, you're a little bit out of breath
Yeah.
by the time you're done.
Well, I don't like water anyway
Yeah.
now, so.
But you guys kind of reach this sandy beach where there is it's completely empty right now. Whoever was there before seems to have gone. But there are just piles and piles and piles of fish just stacked all over the beach.
Anybody feel like breakfast?
It smells pretty nasty
Oh,
of
never mind.
rotten fish, except to Brim, who's like, yeah. And amongst the piles of kind of still somewhat good fish are just piles of bones as well. It seems that the troglodytes, when they go, they don't care very much for cleanliness. They're not big hygiene people. There are a number of small, what looks like coral wood vessels, kind of along the edge. Each of them having wicked hooked spears made for catching fish and other fishing implements. There is a path that kind of winds up the beach. That seems to go to a opening in the cave wall that opens up into a larger cavern, and you can hear violent and angry cries in a language you don't understand coming from down the way, echoing this way.
Well, I don't understand any of these languages because it's not common, undercommon, draconic, infernal, or primordial. So, all I can tell is that somebody's angry.
This sounds unpleasant.
It does. Is there any other way we can go around the unpleasantness?
No, there is only one way forward.
Well, we could.
Forward it is.
Forward it is.
Yeah. All right. As you guys proceed forward, we'll just make them speak Undercommon because, well, you can understand that they're speaking Undercommon ahead, but you can't make it out. It's just a tumult of voices. As you guys proceed forward, you guys banners are stuck along the way along this path up the beach.
Fancy banners or are they torn?
They seem like an idiot made them. They're by no means nice banners.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I guess
More of a Hulk than a banner.
But I could always cast comprehend languages.
Red banners.
It'll take
Red
me a
banners
while.
made of some sort of weird, almost like vellum, kind of fabric-y material.
Interesting.
There are a few buildings as you come along, constructed out of what looks like chitinous carapace
Chitin?
of large bugs,
Yeah.
kind of strapped together to make
Only
these
two
kind of.
things I know make
Yeah.
chitin. One's crabs, the other's bugs.
And as you proceed forward, the geology of the cave becomes more familiar to you. There is evidence of strip mining that has occurred in this kind of area. You can see that hovels have been built, little dens have been built inside these long passageways of just strip mined out ore, and the walls become a similar kind of limestone, but also kind of clay-rich ground that you guys recognize from the first delving into the other mines that you've been to before.
I remember the clay. That's with the big ogres, right?
Yeah, that was kind of reddish clay.
Oh,
This is
okay.
more like the mines that you went to before you.
With the minecart mines?
The minecart mines, yeah.
Oh.
Similar to the minecart mines. As you guys are proceeding forward, you can hear the crowds of almost like smokers' voices, just shouting out.
Patty and Selma.
Yeah, exactly. Several dozen voices shouting out in undercommon, shouting out swears to each other, and you guys, you're all a bunch of weaklings. There's no way. Yeah, Agesh is the true champion. You can hear these. It's like two crowds of people are arguing up ahead. You can see that you've arrived into like this kind of troglodyte village, but it seems to be all but empty. As you can see, there's a large crowd of troglodyte formed at this large barricade of random shit from around the village. Tables, chairs, a bunch of bug carapaces.
Like a bonfire without the fire.
Yeah, kind of. But it seems like there are people standing on this, shouting at troglodytes that you can see on the other side of the cavern.
Wait, are there troglodytes shouting at troglodytes?
Yeah, there are troglodytes on this kind of wall, shouting at other troglodytes, which you can see the cavern has been split in two by two big barricade walls, and there are troglodytes on the other side of the other barrier, shouting at those troglodytes. You've happened upon what looks like one gigantic troglodyte family dispute.
Would it be perhaps the
Nobody has noticed you.
The troglodytes and the Capulites?
Possibly. Who knows? You do
Yeah.
notice that all the troglodytes on this side have large red streaks of paint
Excellent.
across their bodies. The troglodytes on the other side, orange paint. Slightly less red paint.
We're dealing with factions here.
You conical shaped nipple people.
Well,
And they're just shouting at each other Grillina belongs to Agesh. No, Grillina belongs to Harris. Agesh is an idiot. No, Harris is a bratty little kid. And you see they're just like, these people are just arguing, just swearing at each other. Some trogs are throwing spears at the other trogs,
boy.
but behind the walls, no one seems to have noticed you guys yet, though.
okay. Group huddle. How do we want to proceed? Stealthily? Stealth? I'll roll stealth if you roll stealth.
We're going to stealth.
Gonna
Hey,
be-
where are we going?
Yeah,
I don't know, but we're gonna be stealthy going
Okay,
there.
well, but is there can we see some sort of door to the citadel?
Yeah, what is this? Are we on Main Street basically, or like?
Wait, are we at the Citadel?
No,
No,
you're
we're
nowhere
not
near.
in the city.
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna
We're
say.
in the Trogdor
that'd be
village.
wonderful if we
So
went-
I'm gonna draw just like a very, very basic map of what's going on here. So you are in the lake area over here, and then the lake comes to this beach, which opens up into this little trog village where there's like strip mined out sections
I
like
see.
this, and then there's a barricade here, and you can see that the cavern extends kind of over here as well. You're in this part, so you can't really see what's going on over here, but you can see another barricade over here, and they're just trogs along the walls shouting at each other.
And we are.
You guys are kind of like making your way up here. There's not really, there's no main street. It's more like it's all one
The
big
plaza.
cave with just it's a plaza. You guys are making up your
That's
way
a nice
main
word for
plaza.
it.
Yeah.
And the strip mined areas are they're dead ends.
Well, you can see their dens. They're like homes.
That's what people did, I guess. Wow. Well,
Are there already, do we see any fine minerals or metals readily available? Like, there's just.
well, I rolled a
sitting
14 for
there.
stealth, so I don't know what you guys also rolled.
Yeah. What did you roll for stuff?
I didn't roll yet.
Come on, baby. Yes. 25.
25 as well.
So me, I'm the
Wait,
send the
so
14.
Okay. So
Find angry crustacean lizards yelling. Find that as a sound clip.
I mean, we could just talk to them. And see
could.
what's going on.
yeah. So no one seems to have noticed you guys as you were kind of like hunkered down in the plaza. You kind of look at the wall to be like, oh, strip mining. Is there anything valuable? The walls are literally plastered with shit. Like the troglodytes are not clean. This whole place smells awful.
Oh, I'm sure Don would love this place.
There are bugs and garbage just all over the ground.
I really wish I'd worn shoes.
I'm used to walking around in my
So
bare bird
we-
feet.
Need to get past these barricades, but they're covered in trogs.
Yeah.
So we need to get the trogs to move.
I think we need to stop the fighting first.
I
Maybe.
mean, do we need? I think maybe we could just take down the barriers and let them fight each other.
I don't think I'm gonna touch that barrier. That's like 8 diseases in there. At
There
least.
looks like there's a lot of diseases on them. It looks like you might be able to sneak by the barriers.
But
because
how?
they-
It's their. It's
Like
a
they're
bottleneck.
they're pretty long barricades. You think maybe like if you went to the very edge, you might be able to kind of sneak over one, and then you'd maybe get to be able to sneak over the other. You'd have to be pretty sneaky though.
Well, we rolled 25.
All right.
You rolled 25s.
I rolled a 14. Why don't you guys go on ahead?
We'll scout ahead.
Yeah. Where's the cat?
Yeah.
Right over here.
Okay, so we're gonna
Aw,
try
I
and
wanted
sneak
the
over
cat.
these barriers.
Yeah.
I can pass
Okay.
you the cat.
So you guys kind of skirt along the wall and begin climbing the kind of like bone and chitin and coral that makes up this barrier. It's sticky and it gets in your fur and it's gross. But you manage to kind of just like slink over one barrier. You're now in like a kind of neutral zone.
I was supposed
in
to roll
between-
disadvantage, wasn't I?
Why?
Because it was an ability stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So want me to roll disadvantage?
Yes, please.
Okay. Same number. So
Okay. As you guys kind of sneak over, you kind of drop down and you're in like a little neutral area. In between a kind of demilitarized zone. Except it's definitely militarized, as there are two trogs in there just beating the crap out of
the
each other.
MZ.
And you can hear like you can't make out what they're saying as you don't speak the language. But there's one guy on top of the barricade on the left side wearing this like large cloak of chitinous fur and kind of just like shouting out like and there's another guy on the other side wearing this kind of equally large cloak of like fish scales, and he's going. Switch those actually. The guy on the side has the fish scales. He's shouting like and you can just see these two trogs are just beating the crap out of each other.
Okay, then we sneak over the second wall.
Yeah. This demilitarized zone also.
I mean the militarized zone.
The heavily militarized.
The Thunderdome.
demilitarized.
The Thunderdome.
The cats don't back.
Also extends outwards to like what looks like an unmanned gate over here.
Oh, unmanned gate. I like the sound.
I like the sound of unmanned.
Can I sneakily take my key out and see if it's pointing towards the gate?
It does not. It points in the other direction.
Maybe it's
All right.
Also, this is just a tangent. I like where we're at. I think
I'm
this
kind of
is cool
sneaking
where
around
we're at.
here. Right
You're
now.
not. You're
And
just
there's nothing on this
trouncing
side?
around.
No, it's just the wall. You guys are kind of just like pressed up against this dirty wall.
And so, what's on the other side? Over here?
It looks like a different tribal trog group, or perhaps the same tribe divided by two. Divided in two. As you were standing there, you can kind of listen to what the trog are saying. You can hear the guys on your side are saying like, they're shouting different versions like, give back the beautiful maiden. Like, return her. She is rightfully
not gonna be
ours. She's
attractive.
rightfully her,
Maybe
I
not
guess
to
his
me.
mate.
Maybe not to me.
And then the other guys are saying like no, the Crinella chose her, she chose him, she is rightfully his. And you see, they seem to be arguing over a beautiful trog maiden.
Do we see this beautiful trog maiden?
You do not see.
Oh, I don't
you,
see it.
you cannot only
Just have
not
to
see
imagine.
any beautiful trogs. You cannot even tell which ones are maidens.
Oh. Oh, hello. You knew I wanted to pet you, you beautiful
Can we get over to here?
I mean, the trogs are fighting.
In the
Okay.
middle.
In the
Maybe
middle.
we should just sneak all the way around then?
Sure. I'm gonna have you guys roll for stealth again. Because
Wait, could we not have just gone over this way?
Yeah, why were we going over that side?
Why did we go this way?
because that's where the more trogs are on that side. Because the guys are fighting over there.
10.
Oh, 14.
As you guys start to climb the other wall, Brink steps on a piece of slimy
Oh, no.
chitin that just goes tumbling down. And right when you think it's gonna stop making noise, it like hits another
Yeah.
piece and then like
Makes more
you know that part in like Lord of the Rings where they push the skeleton dwarf down
Yeah.
and it's like
It just keeps
and
going.
it just keeps going. That's it. And the entire speaking, you were kind of saying to that, and
myself included.
all the trogs stop talking, and they all look over there, over to where you guys are.
Do they see Brink?
Yeah, and Prink just waved. And then you hear one of them shout, kill them, kill the outsiders. No, and then you hear the other say, no, our warriors will kill the outsiders. We will kill, I will get their meat and eat them. They will be our sustenance. It's like, no, they will be our sustenance. And you can see as 3 trogs from each side rush over the barricade to get you guys. Roll for initiative.
I wanna. I can't
What
try
about me?
to
Do they see me?
convince them not to fight.
You don't speak their language, so you don't even know what's going on. You just see
Oh,
trogs
yeah.
rushing towards
Do
you.
they see me?
No.
Okay, but I'll still roll.
11.
That was my hit.
Wow, it's a natural one.
At disadvantage.
At disadvantage, I'll roll again.
You might get a natural one again.
I get a 0.5.
Well now. How many of them are there? Oh, we're just in the middle with the 2.
Yeah.
Wow, we can take out these 2 easy peasy. And then we'll take the maiden for ourselves. All right.
Okay, what am I looking
The
at?
third option that nobody thought of.
Nobody
So
wanted to think
the
of.
gap between the barriers is 15 feet.
Okay.
This thing is not a race.
You're a
Yeah.
pretty
We've been
little
having
cat.
trouble with it.
Who's
all
got
night.
the good dry erase marker?
I don't know. We never had it.
Oh, here it is.
You're a pretty
Yeah.
little
This is the good marker.
Sorry, the good eraser. Yeah. Okay, here, I'll
You're
draw
the
it.
prettiest.
You might want to get a new batch of the.
Magic eraser.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we'll get together and we'll gift it for you.
I mean, I can pick some up pretty easy.
There's one barricade right here.
So hold on. Did any of the troglodytes roll 20 to 25?
I haven't rolled from yet, actually, sorry.
Do you want me to do that?
Yeah. Can you just... So this extends like this, and then the cave wall comes in like this.
I don't know if you had to add anything to that.
Let me check.
Or I guess I also didn't decide which one was which.
Not so easy being the DM, is it?
Alright, this is troglodyte number 1. He rolled an 18. Troglodyte number 2 rolled a 6.
Okay,
I'll let you decide which one is 1 and which one is 2.
we're gonna do this fast. Okay, so Trogs, they get +0 to their,
Alright, so 1 rolled an 18.
Pretty good.
You rolled
A
1. Brink rolled an 11. I rolled a 10.
Did you roll for all 6 troglodytes?
I did not. I thought there was just the 2 within the
There's 3 for
militarized
each faction.
Yeah. Including the 2 that are fighting them.
Alright, well then I'm gonna re-roll for all of them then.
Yeah, you roll for that as I go get my troglodyte meeting.
Okay. Number 1.
That's a loud die.
It is. That's a 6. So
I feel like I'm gonna stand on top while this is going on, and I'm gonna be like, "Cease! I am your master," or something. Like,
Trogdor 1.
what do I know about troglodyte religion, Dario?
It's a great question.
Trogdor 2.
Do they have some kind of leader or deity that they would listen to?
Trogdor 3, a natural 1. Guess
Oh,
you're
boy.
re-rolling.
I'll re-roll. That's a nat 20.
Ooh, roll the metal dice on one of these because it can actually brute.
2.
Alright, nat 20 beats 2. Why do I have to use my nat 20 on a thing that doesn't matter?
And you know what? We'll just use some Knoll minis because I have some of those.
You have so many problems. What are all your problems? I could just pick you up for a while. Because you were just a
These are the guys, of course, that we were fighting over here. Brink and Pigeon were against the back wall. And we have Sung.
Over here.
Yep. Sung, we're gonna say that you were like
Yeah.
over here-ish.
At some point I'm gonna... Oh, where were the well-cloaked trogs?
Oh, at the very top of these barricades.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say I'm not gonna put them on the
Yeah.
I rolled
battle
an
list.
11.
Because I might want to
Yeah.
try and
Sorry, I was
subdue
so
them.
hungry.
No, it's okay. I knew what you
Okay. If then we're gonna say so I'm gonna put
Yeah, just like, because I assume they're going to be there watching it all.
I'm gonna put one over here and I'm gonna put one over here.
Sounds
Seem good? Okay. Lots of trogs. Do you have their order down?
Yeah.
Nice, thanks, man. So trog number 5 goes first.
You're Jigglypuff
I
because
figured.
you sing, get it?
I get it.
I'm actually gonna do.
Oh man, the episodes when Jigglypuff was upset were so sad. I always hated seeing him get upset.
Poor Jigs.
Man, Jigglypuff just loved that microphone though.
Just for the record,
And that
going down
magic
this
marker.
tunnel, we've now ended up at a lizard gate, where we are going the wrong way.
I feel like Dawn would have, like, this would have really felt at home for
Yeah.
Dawn. Too bad he had to leave.
Did you see what Owen sent by the way, David?
What did he send?
You say, can I get a better
Can
font?
you resend the journal with better font?
Okay, so number 5, which I believe is this guy. So he is going to. This is going to take 15 feet to climb down.
That's something.
Actually, we're gonna say that's gonna take 20
It's
feet. of movement
convenient
to
that
climb
they're
down
all
against
lining
10
up
feet
in a
off.
straight line.
So
for you to
that's
skewer them again.
20,
If only I had lightning. Shit.
25, 30. I guess he'll use his action to dash towards you. 35, 40, 45.
Ah, put yourself right in the line of fire. Are
And
you guys
that's-
already injured, by the way?
These two are.
1 and 2?
Yeah.
Alright.
That's going to be the end of his turn. Number 2 is going to... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
So 1 and 2
6,
are already hurt. How much damage have they taken already?
10, 20, 10.
10 each?
Yeah, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 60. That's as far as you can get. Wait, does that make sense? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. There you go. He's going to dash towards you. And number 6,
I love the idea that they just run up to us and they're just like,
20,
I know.
25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Okay. That's, it's now Brink's turn. Brink, 3 troglodytes have dashed at you full sprint.
Yeah, I'm not ready for this.
Sorry,
I don't
give
want to
him
do
5. 5 damage each. My apologies, not 10.
no, I'll leave it with them.
5.
I'm not.
Are you
prepared.
sure they weren't more damaged? I feel like they were more damaged.
Yeah.
They'd been fighting for a while, though.
Brink, make a Constitution saving throw. Because these trogs smell
really
awful.
20.
Alright, these trogs smell disgusting. It's horrible. It almost makes you retch, but then you're like, nope, concentrate, Brink, concentrate.
do I have to do that as well? On my
Yeah,
turn?
but now you are immune, so you don't have to do it again.
I am?
No, she is.
Oh.
Brink is. But only on your turn, when your turn starts. Okay, so what are you gonna do, Brink?
I don't know. Okay, wait, there was a door here. Did it look openable?
It was a gate.
There's an unmanned gate.
Unmanned gate.
Like,
You should probably attack one of them. Just to throw that out.
You're definitely cornered right now, though, just for the record. There's no way you can get out without taking 2 attacks of
fair.
opportunity.
the one side.
What are you doing, Brink?
Damn it.
Come on, baby, 9:30.
Okay, short swords.
Alright, roll to hit. Which one are you attacking?
The one in front of me.
Okay, which number is that, Mike?
The one directly in front of her is 5.
Okay. What did you...
She rolled a 13
13
plus
something. Plus 8.
21. 21 hits.
I would imagine.
You watch as you kind of sink your sword into it, and their skin looks thick and kind of leathery, but in fact they're not wearing armor, so it's actually surprisingly easy to get your sword in there. Roll your damage. Would you like to play your warrior on this one, or
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Okay.
That's 6 plus 5, 11, and then
Okay.
planar warrior.
So your blade disappears for a moment as it's
You know what
going
you
in, and
should
it appears inside its chest.
That
You
was
should
11,
use your pocket
15.
water.
15 points of damage.
Yeah.
And wash them all
Alright,
away.
you slam your sword
It's always a canal.
and then draw back.
Always a canal.
The trog clutches its chest and then just falls over. You killed the trog.
Wow.
Never mind. That
How
trog
much
is dead.
damage did it do?
15.
What? Oh, these guys are weak.
Never mind. Let's save that for something more important.
Kill
then.
number 5. Yeah, you just... And then you hear the trog crowd go... "Oh," for a moment. And before, you could hear them saying, there's like,
Yeah.
we will get this kill for a gash, gash. And you see the other side, we will get this kill for Harris. And then suddenly just everyone goes quiet again. And you're like, huh.
And then you hear Brink going, damn it!
Alright, Brink, you have a second attack.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
Yeah, okay.
I
Looks
guess-
at the other one.
You
this,
could go.
this dude.
You could go to the other side and flank him.
Will that provoke any? Can
Nope.
I flank him?
No.
No, okay, so I flank.
Okay, roll a hit.
At advantage.
Oh boy.
So 19.
That'll hit.
So 19 plus
27.
plus that.
Okay.
27 does not hit.
That's 6 plus
Same
5,
damage.
11.
11. Yeah, that kills out. Sorry, it's the
number 2,
injured
yeah,
one.
he's dead.
Yeah, so you come in, you carve, you slam your sword into the one in front of you, it just like falls over and you're like, that was easy. And then you run around to the one with pigeon and you just like, just hack it away. Brink, you're just covered in trog blood right now.
Oh, that's not pretty.
It's like, I'm gross.
Yeah.
Alright, that's the end of your turn, Brink.
I refuse to fight it.
You have a
It's too
little bit
gross.
more movement, but not a lot.
Can I just say, these things stink?
Yeah. They do sting.
Noted.
All right. It is now Pigeon.
I'm gonna roll my Constitution check. Could be a 4.
All right. You are poisoned.
I'm poisoned.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right.
Their smell.
That seems
That-
off. I don't know.
You
No,
no,
you've
listen.
done-
He's not literally poisoned. He's retching. He starts
Oh,
retching
okay.
from the smell. But it
It's
is
like
the same
food
effect as
poisoning.
poison. Yeah, exactly.
So,
You have disadvantage
What
on
were you
your
gonna
attack rolls
No, they've done like things about like
well, that'll
if
work
we time travel into the
because
past,
Yeah.
and ability checks.
we wouldn't be able to walk
I'm
around
just
because
going
it
to
smells so
use
Yeah, I believe it.
bad. Like
Toll the
Victorian,
Dead
like, sewers and the streets,
on
like, yeah, we pass
number
out with the
1
smell.
down there.
All right.
Okay, well, would I know that they're hurt? That he's hurt?
He's visibly hurt.
Okay. Then actually no.
Easy
Never mind. I'll
pickings.
just use it on this guy. I'll just Toll the Dead him.
Sure. You're like throwing up, and you're like.
The word's still coming up,
Yeah. That's going to be a 7.
He fails.
All right. You release the dollars.
That's not the right numbers.
Yeah, that's a D12.
Yeah, but he's
Oh
not
yeah, he's
taking
full.
damage. It's a 12.
All right. You release the sound of the bells that call each mortal to
And
their
this is a
death.
6, right?
Yeah, it says 6. Yeah. 5 plus
5 plus 1.
Why?
I
So then I can
know.
mark the next ones just as 1. You hear the Trog like clutch its ears and shout out like ah! It doesn't seem to be dead, but it's not happy with it.
At what point do I get to start?
Oh wait,
casting
how much
2
hit points
spells?
did you do?
12.
Well, yeah, okay, no, it's almost dead. But it does not feel good about it.
At what point do I get to start casting 2 spells per
You
turn?
never get to cast 2 spells.
What?
But your damage that your spells do go up.
Yeah, but
Right.
still.
Well, you're a glass
Yeah,
cannon.
deal-
You
Alright.
deal damage big or
more.
yeah. Okay,
Alright.
that's the end of your turn.
Trago 1.
Do you want to move?
No. No, I'm okay here.
Okay.
They'll just keep charging at us.
Trago 1 had a spear, and he's going to run until he's gonna 5,
Whole meal in the basement.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's good. And he's gonna throw the spear at Brink.
But he's going to miss.
That's gonna be a natural 2, so I don't think it's gonna hit. 6.
No.
The spear just like he chucks it, and it just clatters at your feet.
Can
You're
I
like,
just like turn around intimidatingly? Like,
yeah, yeah. And the Trog's like,
Raise your
I just
hackles
killed 2
up.
of your friends.
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
really the plan.
the
you're
Trog
going
doesn't
for.
look great. Well, those weren't his friends.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. All right.
Trog 4.
The Trog, yeah, that's the end of his turn. He's just gonna stand there like, oh.
And he now has no spear anymore.
Yeah. Frog number
Yeah,
4, which
break
was,
that off
which was
to
number
me.
4 we got there?
Okay.
Okay, move him to within 30 feet of Brink. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, so move him right up. Yeah, there we go. Alright, Brink, he's gonna make 3 attacks against you.
Yeah, but I'm facing him now, right? Oh no, I've just looked.
Yeah, you kind of turn
3 attacks.
Okay, the first one is gonna be a 6.
No.
The second one is gonna be a natural 20.
Okay, well that one hits.
And then final one is gonna be a 16.
16 hits.
Okay.
Well, roller wins?
Roller wins.
Okay.
So on the natural 20, that's going to be 4 points of piercing damage.
Oh, that's not
Is
bad.
that doubled?
Yeah.
And on the second one, it's going to be 3 points of slashing damage rather.
These guys are weak
So
AF.
you take 7 points of damage total.
Yeah.
As it just like it gets in a lucky shot on you. You're like, ooh,
Ow.
and then but it just doesn't hurt as much as you think, and it comes in with a second strike, and you manage to just barely avoid it. Kind of like grazes you and does a little bit. All right, that's the end of that Trog's turn. It's now Jigglypuff.
That's me.
That's so.
I'm looking at my.
Does Jigglypuff usually sing?
I don't have much great intimidation. Alright, well, I have 40 feet of movement and 5 temporary expendable hit points. So,
But it's difficult terrain here too.
yeah, I know, but I can jump.
You can jump.
How high is the wall?
10 feet.
Oh, easy. My jump is doubled. So,
If you spend a Kai point.
5, 10, 15, 20,
You want to
25.
spend a Kai point?
Or you can just climb it. You have enough movement left to be at the top of the wall.
I could be at the top of the wall. So
Okay.
that would be how many feet left then?
You'd still
I
have
spent
5 feet
20.
left.
Yeah, so 40. That's it. You're done.
I'm done?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't really
You
do
you
much.
can use your action to dash. You haven't used any of your actions yet.
Now
That's
just attack
true.
with me if you can. Do you have anything you can throw at him?
I don't have a spear. I'm not really good.
You have darts, don't you?
I do have darts, but I don't want to use them right now.
Why not? You can
You
You
always
should also
retrieve them.
have ball bearings.
I have a bag full of.
I wanted to use my action actually to like to go for what am I better at? I'm good at performance.
Okay.
So,
Do you want to perform?
well, I want to kind of like call attention to myself in an intimidating way, but I'm not good at intimidation. So it's like if I can.
You
somehow,
want to kind of like ringmaster the attention to you.
kind of.
What are you doing to ringmaster
I
this
wanted
attention?
to be like shout really loudly and be like, "What the hell is going on here?"
Do you want to say it in undercommon?
In undercommon.
Okay, sure. Roll performance.
Okay. But I'm gonna use my inspiration so it cancels out the disadvantage I have from being
Sure.
exhausted.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a straight roll. It's a goddamn natural one. Why does this?
You're somehow
D&D
stealthy.
campaigns.
Somehow you become stealthy.
Yeah, you somehow
You start yelling
You're
as
like,
you
"Hey,
melt
what
into
is
the
going on?" But it's your voice is drowned over the sound of "Ah!"
Yeah.
Brink just like disemboweling Trog.
Gonna come-
No one is paying attention to you.
God damn it. The opposite.
Yeah.
I didn't even make a fool of myself so they noticed me.
That's
I did nothing happen.
Yeah, your turn. If you had rolled for stealth, they would have seen you. Alright, it is now the final Trog.
The
They
worst
haven't seen you,
performance ever.
They haven't seen you.
I know.
So number 3 over
Yeah,
here.
number 3 is going to actually walk up behind the one that threw the spear. And while everyone's distracted,
Yeah.
he's going to
Beat
kill
him
him.
on the head.
Yeah,
I like this.
he kills the other Trog.
Thank you.
Yeah, because he's like, oh. Tunk. And he turns to the other side, he's like, Agash! And they're like, ah! Alright, Trogs are not smart, in case anyone was wondering. Alright, it is now the other Trogs. Which ones are alive, Michael?
I'm currently.
We're just erasing.
Yeah. There you go.
6.
Number 6. And I believe he's in front of Brink, number 6.
Yeah.
No, he's in front of Pigeon.
Yeah.
He's on me.
Alright, he's gonna attack you 3 times.
No, he's not.
We'll see about that.
Okay, it's gonna be a natural 1, 14, and then 18.
The last 2 hit, yeah.
Okay.
You have an AC 14?
13.
You're gonna take 9 points of piercing damage total, slashing damage total, right? As it kind of like claws into you, and you're like, it grosses you out more than like they probably haven't washed their hands in a long time. Like there could be
I'm gonna
infection
get
associated with.
sepsemia.
Yep.
Oh, that's not
And
good.
that's pretty gross.
That is
That's the
pretty
end of its turn. As it thinks it's doing well.
Alright, Brink,
Frank.
beat the shit out of some more
Trying
Trogs.
to beat the shit. This is this
Yep, sure.
dumbass.
Roll the hit.
15 plus 8, so 23.
Yeah, that definitely hits. They have an AC of 11.
How many points has this dude got?
4, he's full health.
Damn it.
But he's like got 15 health. So.
Okay. So,
Well.
5 points of damage.
Okay. You send your short sword kind of like carves off one of its fingers and it goes flying. Oh, do you guys want to see what Trogs look like, by the way?
It's like, I'm worried to see. Oh, damn, they badass looking things.
Yeah, they do look. I mean, they don't look smart, but
Okay. And I forgot. 14, and I'd like to cast Cleaner Warrior on this one.
Sure.
Yeah. So that's 3 plus 5, so that's 8 points of damage plus. So 16 points of damage. Dead.
Yeah, it's dead.
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure. Yeah, your sword disappears. And it
It
goes,
somehow
and
explode.
then sure, it disappears and then reappears inside of its head and just explode. The force explodes the head outwards. The other Trog behind just sees like the head explode and then you slowly come into focus.
Oh, no. The Morning Star broke off.
Oh, it's because it broke before and I glued it. I'll glue it down.
okay.
All right, that's the end of your
It's
turn,
me.
Brink. You have movement.
Can I just come stand
why don't you
here?
take out the clan leader on that side and I take out the clan leader on this side?
Sure. You do what you want.
You can shoot
Yeah, you
him,
can
right?
go
With
there.
the bow and arrow?
Well, there's no. Oh, there's clan leaders.
Yeah.
I forgot about them. No, I'm gonna stay.
Yeah, they're kind of like in the crowd.
Oh, I see.
I think I'll stay where I am for now.
Okay. That's the end of your turn. Then Brink is now Pigeon. Pigeon, the Trog in front of you, the Troglodyte in front of you, he's like carved into you, but now he's like looking around and he looks like he's ready to book it.
Better finish what you started.
I'm going to headbutt him.
Sure. Roll to hit.
Damn it. Don't miss.
Yeah.
What do I add to
It does 1 point of damage, but he only has 1 hit point.
Oh, wait. It only had. It's only. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he has 1 hit point, so
That
it
works.
doesn't matter.
Okay, so I
you-
headbutt him. And
you-
you
you
headbutt
hear-
only did 1 damage?
Yeah. If you're not a monk, your
Body parts.
body parts only do 1 point of damage. Yeah.
Even if I punch?
Yeah, you actually have to add your strength modifier, but I'm pretty sure yours is negative.
Negative.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter. It's 1 point of damage. Yeah, you hear a crack inside as you connect, and you can see like you've left its nose broken and bloody, and parts, unbeknownst to you, parts of the bone have actually jumped up, like shot up into its brain, until like it just topples right over.
The only time a wizard beats
Yeah.
strength.
Muscle wizard cast punch. All right, you have movement.
I'm going to run at this guy.
Yeah, sure.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Didn't expect that, did you?
You just go.
Do you flap your wings too? Like,
Why don't you roll intimidation for me? You have advantage because you killed one with a headbutt.
Good thing.
they're not smart, remember?
8.
He's not intimidating.
All right, I'm gonna make a wisdom saving throw, and that the DC is going to be 8. 7.
Yeah!
Yeah, you see terror light up in his eyes. I believe it's his turn. He runs away. He runs back to this side. To this.
I
Yeah.
didn't get an attack of opportunity.
He tries to
Wait,
climb
does he get all the way over?
He gets to the top. Oh, he's gonna dash. No, he gets all the way over.
I wanted to finish him.
All right. I mean, initiative is essentially over, as there is a moment of silence. As this took 12 seconds for you guys already. This round is 6 seconds. As in 12 seconds, like you guys just destroyed 6 of their tribal warriors.
Well, we killed
Yeah.
4, one killed another one, and the one that I love
ran
it. That's
away.
the guy that killed the other guy.
Yeah.
And then I
that
ran
that
and
guy's a
like,
survivor. That guy's a survivor. You hear there's silence.
Wait, hold on. Do I want to get up on here, and I see the guy that was there, right?
Yeah, sure. You can start climbing.
I want to shoot a bow at him. My crossbow.
Okay, but give me a moment.
Okay, fine.
There's a moment of silence where everyone's just like shocked. All the tribes are just like shocked, and you hear, "The warriors will fight for Agash. Bring them to Agash. We have meat. We have much meat, meat and fish and meat." And then you hear the other side, "No, Harris will have these warriors. They know magic. We know magic. We have delicious mammals." And they hold up like a squirrel, like a ground squirrel, and like you can see now, like
Ground squirrel.
as you guys are standing in the middle, this is kind of surreal to you. You can't really understand what they're saying except
Except for
Sung Ken.
Okay.
But they're like throwing meats and fishes at you, and they're like trying to wave you over.
Okay, group huddle. That's all.
Sung
I
climbs
like
down.
it. So we're the champions now. This is obviously like a 2 warring tribes diverged within the wood kind of situation here.
Dude,
I
I'm,
would like to leave.
yeah, we don't want to try and
It
reconcile
we
these.
could get them to work with us
so
and
much-
use them as fodder for
I
when
have-
we.
Cat senses.
Mr. Troglodyte, tear
It
down this
smells
wall.
So much. We need to leave and find Keloth and
Okay,
Muscles.
Breakers wants to leave.
But we could use them as an army to help us fight into the.
I killed them in one
I
stab.
feel like if I go up and say we will
They're
take
just
10
distraction.
or 5 of your best men each to like I don't know duke it out and
I
get the
think we
strongest.
just killed the best.
Yeah, true.
So we can either go to the side that we haven't explored yet, or we can go up that gate.
How hard would it be to like break the wall?
Funny you should ask. I actually just found a great resource for determining this. So,
Wait, which wall? These barriers?
Yeah, like if both of us were on one side and we're just like, we will not kill all of you if you get along. Like I will turn this car around, kind of thing.
so this is something that you guys have never actually a mechanic you've never encountered before, which is a damage threshold. So it has a certain amount of hit points, but only damage in one blow greater than a threshold
Yeah.
will actually damage it. So you guys, I mean, if you got like one like really good
Shovel.
Yeah, I mean, if like one of Michael's fireballs could probably tear a hole into this, right? But or Pigeon's fireballs. But your fists, although you could
I don't wanna
put the
punch
right
it.
amount of damage, you wouldn't be able to surpass the threshold.
What about the Warhammer?
Who's a Gesh?
That's one of the factions, I think.
They said these ones will fight for a Gesh.
Yeah, I think that's like what they call themselves, like the Montagues and the Capulets, you know?
How do we get the 2 leaders of the tribe? Into
Yeah,
the main
let's
circle?
call down I call down for their leaders. I say, bring one leader from Agash, one from Heshmob, whatever is it?
Harris.
Harris.
Paris. That's what it was.
All right. You hear kind of like murmuring.
Here, let's use these two as the
Yeah.
leaders.
Yeah.
They're murmuring.
You see, one of the leaders sends down the guy that just killed that was in the arena and had escaped. He sends him down again.
But he's not the leader.
No, you said please send one leader from Agesh and one leader from Harris.
So that's the fractions.
Yeah. So they sent. They're sending.
No, we
you
want
didn't
the-
ask
we
for
want- we want
Agesh and
the
Harris.
main-
He didn't
Oh.
ask for that.
Oh,
so,
they're
More people?
Ah, I thought they were factions.
well, you get 2 trogs. So 2 trogs
Damn it.
come downstairs.
Ask them if they're the leader.
Ask them where the gate goes.
For the who?
Where the gate goes.
No, ask them if they're the leaders.
Ask them where the
'Cause
gate
if they're
goes.
not
I'm gonna
leaders,
tell
we're
them a
kill
message.
Yeah, one comes up and says, I don't know why you would want the traitorous scum from Harris's side to come over here. And then I don't know why you would want to talk to someone who can't even keep their own woman. And then you see they start to scrawl.
You two. I'm coming here to give you a warning. Now, I'm pretty reasonable.
A warning to the other side, right? You will join Harris.
I'm giving you a warning that the 2 people right behind me are bloodthirsty maniacs, and they will kill each of you, and your entire houses, unless you follow exactly what I'm about to tell you.
He says, they like
Single-handedly.
They're kind of gathering what you're saying, but they're just not dumb enough to be scared. And one of them
Gotcha.
says, "Listen, we have such great riches as this on Agesh's side," and he hands you a fish. And the other one says, "We have riches such as," and he searches for himself, and he pulls out a huge chunk of gold. He's like, "We have rocks."
I'll keep this for inspection.
No, and before you get it, he pulls it back. No, join Harris's side, Harris.
I will confer with the bloodthirsty maniacs.
We also have meat, and he pulls out a squirrel, a ground squirrel.
I mean, I
Okay, so
say
it's
we
still
get the
either
rocks.
gate or go to
Do
the
we want to
rock
just
side.
leave and let these 2 eventually kill each other?
How about we say give us all
Ask them
your
where the gate
shiny
goes.
rocks,
Ask them where.
and
Ask them what that
we
door's
won't kill
for.
all of you.
Ask them what the door's for.
Okay. I've conferred with my bloodthirsty maniac friends. If you give us all of Harris's rocks, we won't kill Harris and join the car or whatever.
You will join Harris then. Excellent. Come, take the rock, and he hands you the rock.
All right.
You've got.
Now
There
pass
you go.
me the rock.
Yeah, that rock. That looks like that's worth at least 25 gold. And he's like, come with us, come. And you hear the other guy say, no.
Where does the door go?
And
Oh,
he
yeah.
starts leading you to the other side that you haven't been on
We
before.
have taken a side in this conflict we know nothing about.
Yeah, and then you hear Agesh say, "Quick, throw your spears at them before they can get over to the other side." And you
Is
see,
do they
like,
really
they
want
start,
to? Okay.
they start like chucking spears at you half-heartedly, but they're not like you
Yeah.
can see that like the warriors are missing on purpose.
Like,
And
do
they're
you
like,
want
"Oh,
to
I
intimidate
can't.
them
We couldn't get them. We couldn't get them."
Still want to know where that gate goes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, while we're walking, so he's gonna take us to Agash, right?
Harris.
Harris. He's gonna take us to Harris.
Yeah, so they bring you on to the other side of the barricade that you haven't been on before. This side looks very similar to the side you were just on. But interestingly enough to you guys, instead of a beach,
Yeah.
there is 2 things of note. There is a large barricade blocking off another tunnel
Hmm.
going towards the east. And there is a huge stone Duragar door.
Right. That's the one we were looking for.
Just in the middle, like on the far end of the wall.
We chose the right side.
Ask what happened to the bar.
The trog, one second, the trog wearing the kind of like chitinous kind of cloak walks up to you guys, and you can see at his side is another trog. He says, I wish the Lord Harris and his beautiful maiden Kelena wish to greet you and
Calendar Harris?
rejoice you, give you much praise for choosing the wisest side. And you see they both like bow to you. They say, together we will destroy the traitor Agamemnon.
Ask him what this feud's about.
Yeah. So before we get to destroying,
Which we're happy to do.
I'm sure a leader as eloquent as yourself has some kind of basis for this conflict. Where did this all start?
Well, where did this all start?
Yeah.
Let me tell you. You see this beautiful spring flower beside me, and it's
Yes.
it's a troglodyte.
I do. My breath is taken away.
Yeah.
Literally.
She's taken. She's taken.
Got
Yeah, they stink. They stink.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you roll a Constitution
Oh
saving throw?
god, I
actually, by the way?
forgot to do
Wait, can you
that.
just repeat? So there's the door, and then there's a
For-
blocked tunnel.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was 14 plus 3.
It seems to. It's actually not blocked with
So yeah.
with a barricade. It's blocked with rubble. There's like a rubble.
Something collapsed.
Yeah.
So 17.
17. He says, yeah, so you managed to stomach the smell for at least the next hour. He says, well, this beautiful spring flower was once in hands that could not appreciate it properly. The hands of... Wait, let me see his full name. Agamemnon, over there. And he, like, points, and you see she goes... Except it sounds more like... It sounds like she's spitting up, like...
Oh.
It said, but she did not truly love him. She loved me, and so when we revealed our love to him, he outcast me from his circle and called for my death. But my loyal warriors, the warriors loyal to true love, chose
I kind
to
of like
defend
this
me.
guy. He just was punished for love. I don't know. I feel like if I had to pick
Yeah,
a
but
side.
the other side is that she loved me, and then she was stolen away from
Well,
me.
he just can't handle a breakup, the other guy. Anyway, that's a touching
Yeah,
story.
and they say, we are so happy that you've chosen to kill Agash for us.
Well, let's not get too antsy in the pantsy.
I mean, I could probably just take my crossbow
Yeah.
and shoot again from here.
You could.
Darn.
I still feel, I don't
I
know.
could even roll a natural 20 for it.
We need to get that gate open.
Yeah. I noticed there you have a very nice gate over there and
What
a
a
barricaded
nice
tunnel.
door.
In the event of us no, wait, how do I say this?
Well, we need the
I don't know.
door.
I don't know what you're trying to
what
say.
a nice door. Do you ever go through it?
What's through those doors back there?
These doors.
Yeah.
Are you referring to the Durgar doors?
I'm referring to the barricaded tunnel and the Durgar door.
Okay.
No, this
there's
is
a
wrong.
collapsed
This is
tunnel
collapsed
and a
tunnel.
Durgar
Oh,
door.
that's what I meant.
Yeah,
Okay.
the Durgar door. They say, this, the once great dwarf tomb. That it's where we found all these rocks. And he's like pulls out another like huge chunk of gold.
I want to take it from him.
Sure, you just kind of lean over and take it. And he's like, it's yours.
I
It's
think
worth
we found
at
some
least,
funding for
at
it.
least 20 pieces of gold.
Alright, so now I have one worth 25 and one
Just-
worth 20.
You're gonna be all full of nuggets.
I want all of these. Ask him if he has more. Because I want
All right. Well, we may be convinced
I can put them in my
to.
portable
I can convince my bloodlust friends to
Yeah.
kind of pick a target,
drop them in.
whether that be a gash. That all depends entirely on. They feed on this material here. This is what they need for their energy. So they had a tough time fighting down in the pit. We need lots. We need basically all of your quantities of this.
all of your quantity.
Take us to your storerooms so we can feast like kings.
Well, yeah, actually, about that, if, actually, this could be something, this could be an act that would prove your loyalty to the side of Harris. You see, we normally keep those doors closed, and when we on Agesh's side is unfortunately the devil managed to secure the armory. And so when we made our faction, we were like, where are we gonna get, weapons? So
you thought this through.
So we thought, hey, what normally has weapons? Dead dwarf bodies.
Yeah, I agree.
So we sent our 6 greatest warriors into the depths.
They are mine.
And only one returned.
Oh, yeah?
Only one returned. He brought a few weapons. He brought those 2 big rocks. He said there was lots more down there, but he said there's no way in hell he's going back. I don't know what he saw, but let's just say that old Six Toes now. Well, he
Has a new nickname.
he's got a new nickname.
All right. Well, you know what? I think we could be convinced to kind of go in there and maybe get some more weapons for you. You see, Tombs is kind of these two's specialties over here. So
Yeah, he said, wait. I think there was one more thing that we got out from there that I think would probably help you.
And he walks out, he comes back, and he has this little sack, and he takes out the sack, and there's just a dwarf skull, like, with a crown on it, and he gives it to you.
That was the only other thing we got out here.
I put the crown on.
I was gonna do that.
you got the gold, she gets the crown.
You have one Durgar crown.
But
Thank
she's
you.
wearing
that was
it.
very
Yeah,
useful.
and
Yeah, I'm
you're wearing
wearing it.
Yeah.
Does it
'Cause
grant
I'm a
any
queen.
special magical
All right.
abilities?
No, but it's very heavy.
Well,
Your
it was,
neck.
thanks for all the information. I think these two are really antsy for another battle, and it's really
I
best.
really just want to shoot the other guy in the face.
I mean, I can't stop you from doing anything.
I just really want to do it. How convinced are we that this
That's
is
your
guy's
call.
on the
I
right
mean,
side?
I feel for this guy. He loved and lost because the other guy couldn't take his breakup well. And it seems like, I don't know, what's her name? Springflower?
Her name is Kelena.
I feel like
Krellina.
Krellina is really enjoying, like, she's living her best life now, so I don't know. You do you, my friend.
Ask
Carolina?
Carolina if she's happy.
Krellina, one of my friends, we really just need to know, how do you feel about this whole conflict, you know?
You see she kind of like ruffles her like weird like
Ruffles her kite.
her weird like troglodyte.
Is it like a pill bug where it's those like segmented like shielded things that kind of go over top of each other? Like, you know those pill bugs that roll up and they have like little like plates?
Oh yeah, that's what the cloak is made out of.
Oh, I
But
see.
she's like kind of just ruffling like her like lizard weird. You know, iguanas have like frills. It's not like hair.
Oh.
They got like frills. She like ruffles her frills and she just like.
Well, you know, boys will be boys, right? Am I right?
Maybe. I don't know what the societal norms are in this kind of situation, but
I mean, am I flattered that they're fighting over me?
it feels like
yes.
killing is maybe not the best option here for those two. Okay, well, noted, very much noted. I tell Pigeon, well, they're not angry, really. It seems more like the anger is between the two leaders. I feel like we would possibly traumatize this poor woman, person, bug, lizard, if we were to kill, you know, the object of her former affection.
Oh boy.
But you do you. I can't stop a crossbow.
I mean, you
And
could.
Harris also
I
says.
mean, actually, I could.
Yeah.
I could
So
stop
yeah,
a
that's
crossbow.
what's in the door. And you asked about the tunnel.
Yeah, I noticed. What's that over there? Is that?
It's just an old tunnel. We took it down a long time ago. Dwarves used to live on the other side, so we don't like going. We close that down. It's like a rickety bridge and shit. No one wants
Wait.
that.
That sounds familiar. Okay, noted. Thank you. Yep. Well, we're gonna get to tomb exploring. So we'll be back. We'll be back shortly. We'll bring you all the weapons you need. You know.
That'd be
Yeah.
that'd be fucking
That's
great.
what we're here. We're in the business of
Yeah.
solving problems.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm so glad you chose the right side. Come,
You know
come
what?
here, he says.
And he goes into hug you.
You know what? I'm just gonna like. Actually, I'm allergic. No hugs.
Yeah, I want to stick my
Yeah.
quarterstaff out and just.
Yeah, I just
No,
want to
my
glare
head.
at him
Yeah.
like, no.
That's actually an act of war where I come from. So please, don't upset.
You see, he like
Yeah,
bows.
yeah.
He's like, so sorry. So sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
So sorry.
Once is fine. Just don't do
And you see
anything.
when he bows, like all the other trogs bow on this side.
I'm just gonna tiptoe around him.
Yeah, and then as you walk away, you hear somebody shout out like,
Harris smells like fish butt.
and then he turns around, he's like, Harris, what? And then you see all the trogs rush over to the barrier, and they start fighting again. So,
Instigated.
Yeah.
All right.
all right. So with you guys standing in front of this looming Duragar carved stone wall, which presumably leads into some sort of horrible tomb where
Yeah.
people have been dying. I think we'll
Yeah.
end the session
Seems
there
like a
for
good
tonight.
place to end.
I really want to shoot that guy.
You do you.
Any of them. I don't care. I just want to kill more of them. They're so annoying.
Oh, make sure you
That
stop
was
the
hilarious.
recording. Let's see.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed that.
That was pretty good for 3 people, you know.
going?